Okay, we're live, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey! We're excited to be back.
You should
It's
build
time
that
for D&D.
Goliath Luchador.
Time for
Bro,
D&D.
Goliath. You smell what the Goliaths are cooking.
Time for D&D.
Time for D&D.
You excited? I'm excited for D&D.
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm ready to die.
so excited.
We're gonna die for sure.
I don't know what you're insinuating, sir.
I
I do not see our impending doom right in front of me.
do.
It's there. It's the big green
It's the big green thing.
I don't see that. I don't know what that is, and I can't see it.
If you close your eyes, can it make an attack
You're free to
against
stay
you?
behind and distract it then.
If I can't see, it can't hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it can't see me, it can't hurt me, right?
Yeah,
I think that's how it
Yeah,
works.
just close your eyes.
Well, that's the rule.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
I'm
the
just
rule.
going to walk right under it with dominance and perseverance and show who's boss, and all's going to be well.
Make sure you come over here and pee on
Sounds
this
like-
tree so it knows that this is your territory.
Now, Mike.
That being said, you guys are fucking special people.
We're
But hello, welcome to Legendary Action. I'm Andrew Green, and I'm the Dungeon Master of this group of fuckwads.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
6 of them, especially the ones on my right.
I have an idea. Magic item. Blanket of protection. Super effective when you're on a bed.
Yeah.
Ups your armor class and makes you invulnerable.
Makes you
If
But
you're
it
in
does
bed.
cover but if you peek, you're at disadvantage on all checks.
Oh, so you can't
That's fine.
peek?
Man, no, don't you know? You never peek.
Oh, you just keep on. Well, can you take can you get another magic item, the flashlight of checking shit?
Oh.
Put it underneath there, and then you can shine a light and get the shadow.
Oh,
out
we're
of it.
building sets over here. Watch
Yeah.
out, Andy.
Yeah.
Here we come.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell from that exchange, but we're an unapologetic group of very untalented fucking nerds. We're terrible.
I would like to
We're
plug
bad.
in. I would like to plug in the nightlight of Elvenkind.
That will definitely keep most of the monsters under the bed.
Right.
It's like reverse pass without a trace.
Greater invisibility ain't got nothing on it. It makes true sight. It's true sight for 30 feet, bro.
But we're playing in the 5th edition game of Dungeons and Dragons, and that I created, and they all participated by force. There's them off-site, where you can't see them at the moment, holding everybody hostage.
That's right.
Nick here has been trying to escape for weeks, but we won't let him.
I'm the fastest character here, and I can't get away.
His family misses him.
I don't care.
Yeah, he hasn't earned
They
that.
keep me chained up. It's fine.
He hasn't earned that.
They
day
beat me
pass
every
like
other
the rest of the
day.
players have
We're
earned.
gonna have fun. No, we're gonna have fun.
We feed you halfway.
Okay.
We feed you
I'm
just
having
the
fun.
crust of an Uncrustable to keep you satisfied.
Just the crust of the Uncrustable?
There is no crust on Uncrustables, you must.
Exactly.
I'm gonna roll perception to see if I'm gonna catch that or not. I don't.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's a bad roll.
Catch it with your face.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you've been keeping up with us and checking everything out, we have a new follower goal. So help us get to 500 followers, and you're gonna get a copy of the limited edition core rulebook set from Dungeons and Dragons, so you can start playing. We're also gonna throw in some dice, and we're gonna throw in some minis for an encounter. You'll probably get like a little set of kobolds and a couple of characters, or just a set of kobolds and maybe I don't know. We'll figure it out once this player stops yelling at me and being weird.
We're all very
So
weird.
don't forget to drop us a follow if you like what you see, if you enjoy watching the show. If you've been on the fence and coming back and forth, just jump on board already.
Get over it.
You know you want
do
to.
it.
Just
Do
do
it.
We're
Do it now.
Are you a sheep or a shark?
Yeah.
I don't think we're playing that. I don't think we're playing that campaign.
That's a bold question, Muthok. You're a shark.
Shark survive, not orc.
Shark attack.
Shark orc.
My only regret
It's a half
is
shark.
securing my bone.
It's a shark.
Let's get a bunch of sharks together and form a NATO.
It's a shark. It's a sharknado.
Yeah, it's a shark. It's a shark NATO. A storm. A powerful
But
storm.
also don't forget to join. Check out our Discord. You can also follow us on Twitter. I'm DM Green of LA. You can find
Alex the Mum.
Alex the Mum,
Manipenicio.
The Meta Mike
who should plug in his channel.
is also a variety streamer. I stream on Twitch basically every day after the 7 p.m. mark.
Shameless plug.
Absolutely. Currently, I'm being consumed by the game called Apex and Sekiro. And if you ever want to see me cry, rage, and may or may not break my mouse and keyboard, please tune in because it's a common
He never
occurrence.
does any of those things. They're too expensive for him to break.
I have 2 clips that beg to differ.
Don't listen to his bullshit.
It's called return policy,
Yeah.
Mr. DM.
Shut up. Don't. That's true. I can't.
He works at Best Buy.
Them protection plans though.
Will you buy the best?
You bought the
And then
best.
all the
best,
other
best boy.
bastards are too lazy to use social media. They hardly even interact in our Discord, so you should shame them.
What are you
Well, you guys can shame me, but to be fair, they haven't invited me to their Discord.
We've
You
sent
work
Discord
with the
like,
members.
Sure.
You know
I
what?
told you multiple times to just go on Twitch and use the thing.
I don't know how to do that.
That's the thing.
You are
Everyone is
I don't know how to
invited
do
to our
that.
Discord.
Everybody.
Down below, it
And
says
if,
Discord in
Like
purple.
you like
on our
other
social
things,
medias.
if you like other things besides D&D, like Warhammer, me and this gentleman right here very much like to post our pictures and maybe some videos here in the near future. We're still throwing those new ideas of the Goldie Boy Custodes just stomping on the terrible chaos that it is.
Or
The Scourge.
3D printing. I flail and try and do it. It's a difficult task, but someone has to do it. But you'll see some of our 3D printed parts here today. But yeah, I have like 5 3D printers. I have a problem, and so
You have 5 now?
Yeah, he's an addict.
I
He's a junkie.
I just said I have
He's
a
a
problem.
3D
Last
junkie.
time it was
Yeah.
2.
Listen, don't discourage him because this addiction is good for us.
Yeah, Warhammer's
Alex, I
expensive.
think you need a bigger build plate. I mean, maybe a 6th one in the future.
Well,
Just a
see,
big
that's
build
the
plate.
that's
Build
the
a
funny
house.
thing about 3D printers. Your build plate can be as big as you want, but if you're using an FDM printer, which is a certain type of printer technology, you want to talk about it, hit me up in the Discord. But it's basically a hot glue gun spout for plastic, so it can only push out so much plastic. So yeah, you can have a huge build plate and make something take like 3 weeks to print, but that's just more print time.
Look,
But
I'm
if you
saying
get more spouts,
3 weeks,
that's more plastic.
like $10 in
add
plastic, and you have a
spouts?
Titan when you're done.
Well,
Can you like
I
take
meant-
4 3D printers and make that? Or what are you gonna like fuse Yamaha those bitches together and just like it's 4 now?
Well, what I mean is by having multiple printers, I get more spouts and build plates. And one print could fail, and another can succeed without ruining it all.
Could you 3D print the printers?
You can 3D print a lot of the parts. Like I actually did 3D print replacement parts for one of my 3D printers. One of the fan shrouds cracked.
So
Due
it's
to
a
no fault
3D
of my own.
So it's a 3D printception.
Yeah, it very much is. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm gonna print my printer to print the printer that's gonna print my printer.
Yeah, the only thing you can't print is like the step motors and the hot end. That's about it. You can print just about
That's why I
everything.
said fuck Watts. Everybody.
Yeah.
All of you.
That's valid. That's valid. You're letting us run
Don't get me
rampant.
started. But anyway, I talk about it on the Discord. I can talk about it with you on the Discord. A lot of our stuff is 3D printed. In fact, some of the minis we're going to send out for our giveaway are going to be 3D printed by moi. So some I'm
Who's
into,
moi?
and it's a boon. Me.
That's French.
I know.
I just
But,
want to make him stop.
With all the kisses to you guys, I hope you gotta come to the membership site for that.
But
I'm sorry.
they're going to be 3D
He
printed
rambles.
by me, and then I can also show off other terrain pieces. I just started building a bunch of buildings, like actual buildings from printable scenery, which are freaking dope. So as they start getting painted up and whatnot, we'll post some more pictures on there for you. But that's what I did.
And we'll just wait till we use them. That way we surprise you all and they look cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or we could do that. I have no sense of like, I don't know, production.
Creative mind, physical labor.
Yeah.
That being said, we're still waiting on our actually, what's a nice way of putting our fucking idiot DM here to get Ravnica ready to go.
Whoa.
Keep pushing.
Oh, yeah, but what? Fuck
was
that guy.
rough.
Who's that guy? He sucks.
We're
Man,
still
it's
trying to
getting
get
hostile in
Everybody
here.
has their minis, and we're all ready to sit down and run this one shot here shortly. We just gotta wait for our DM to prioritize getting everything else done.
I actually don't have a mini. I'm a bad person.
Yeah, you are, because technically we should be playing this week, so you should feel bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well,
If we
weren't you
remembered
going
to
to
announce it
custom?
last week, we would be playing this week.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's
No one's surprised.
I was going to print you a mini. You're like, no, I got to custom order it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he wanted Hero Forge
All
because
you
he's
have-
a
all you-
diva.
That's all he has to do is buy
He's
it.
high
All he
maintenance,
has to do is
guys.
buy
Don't
it
worry
and
about
send
it.
the file to Alex.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
it. That's all he's got to do.
Yeah.
He's a
That's all you
diva.
gotta do.
He's a guy leave
Hey,
me.
I
so
can-
Matt, that's all you got to do.
The wonders of 3D
You
It's
can do it
printing.
right now.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
You want-
funny you should say
Yeah.
that.
no, he legit is. That's the best part. I'm
Yeah.
looking over, watching him build this. I'm going, is this a new character? Oh no, he had wings.
You
That's my
want mini
campaign.
in 8
You
hours?
mother fudger.
Yeah.
So,
What?
I don't know. It's up to our DM here.
Well, he's busy
What?
drinking Bang and streaming his own
Bang
thing.
and
Would you
drinking.
stop banging away over there?
Banging and drinking.
Oh,
I
my.
like that one. I like
He's
that one. That's
banging.
good. I
Banging and
mean,
banging.
do you know what? You would make the most sense to do it.
No.
Right now? No.
Not on the weekend that we do. watch Avengers.
Yeah,
That's
not on that week.
That was not the plan. I was gonna say the week after, so 2 weeks from this Friday.
Two weeks from today.
From today.
Do we need 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
That'd make 14 days, right? The day that'd be the Friday after Endgame.
What?
I
No.
think so.
No.
I got count
No.
right here. I got count right here.
Yeah.
You got the 5th,
Well, sorry, I just bummed myself out for some reason. I thought Endgame was next Friday, and now it's that.
Yeah, no.
12th.
12th, yeah. That's what I
They
like.
go on sale here soon.
Well,
The second Friday of whatever month this is, April. See, I don't read well.
so
I'm
we're going to
sorry.
be running a Ravnica one-shot in place of a regular Terrowyn game. It's going to be DM'd by the Meta Mike over here.
Yes.
And we're going to be playing through Ravnica. And hopefully, after that, we're going to put together a game that takes place in the new module coming, the Ghost of Saltmarsh from Dungeons & Dragons. We'll play another one-shot in there. So that we can see what that's
Salt
like.
Marsh.
It'll be super
Right.
exciting to see all these
So
wonderful
basically,
people.
we'll just be playing a Forgotten Realms one-shot, but it'll be in their module. Either way.
I'm
I'll be a
super-
pirate. Pirate.
Yar.
That makes sense.
I like me money.
I think that's it for announcements. So yeah, spread the word. Hit us up on Twitter. Drop us follows here. Tell all your friends. The books alone, that's like $140 for this limited edition set. And once they're sold out, Dungeons and Dragons isn't printing anymore. They'll be gone. So it's a great value for a giveaway. It's not just a set of fucking metal dice that we're trying to get you to follow for. So come follow us, please. We love you.
Wait, did someone say
Bribery.
Little Dice? Little Dice? What? Huh?
Maybe we'll throw in a set of
I-
skull splitters. Who knows?
Oh, dude, I do like skull.
But that being
Dude,
said,
oh, they're such cool.
we're going to run the intro,
Hopefully the right intro.
and we're going to get into playing.
Probably not.
Shushy over there.
Are we
I know all the players are excited.
Oh,
Hold your breath. We're anticipating.
excited.
We're gonna run away. We're running for our lives.
I mean,
All right, we'll be right back.
Yes.
Hey, all right, we are here. We're ready to play some D&D. So, Exodus, a long time ago, it feels like, agreed to take the Lynn into the Trollclaw Myers to get puffball mushrooms to increase the effectiveness of her flesh rot cure, antidote, stuff, good things. You came, you saw, fought some ghouls, you met with a crime lord and the sleazy raven Veracus, who said, I need you to bring me back the head of the thing that killed my men if it wasn't you, to prove that you're on the up and up. And then we can be partners, buddies, go make money together, do some stuff. I have contacts. You then left, went to the Trollclaw Mire, found all the survivors had been packed into this little basement inside of an alehouse called the Cunning Fox, where you met up with an old dwarven friend of yours that you hadn't seen in a while named Malphine, who had originally tried to recruit you, not very persuasively, to help her deal with the hag Grenda, who you now know was in some fashion responsible for creating and spreading this flesh rot disease curse out into the land in the Central Vale.
She's the central bitch.
Yes, she's the big bitch.
And then we killed her. Maybe.
And then you had to go rescue Lynn's herbalist friend Dimple, collect puffball mushrooms. You saved him, killed the trolls that were holding him hostage, and then you headed out to go face Grenda, at which you arrived at the Blight Tree where she was, and she had transformed herself into something different, something more powerful than the green hag. She had become
Electric.
more intertwined with the natural world and now had control over it and could feel the magical energies of the world and read them in a way that she wasn't able to at first. And then there was a harrowing battle where people went up and down and cast spells and almost died.
A lot.
They were legitimately almost only about one turn away from at least 3 players being killed, probably. But the heroes came out on top. Grenda was slain. She disappeared from the world. Gone, dead, as far as they're aware.
We hope.
Shit.
We hope.
Yeah, because she was all like, "Not like this,
The
not
last
like
thing
this."
she's saying to the party, to Malphne, is that she was holding her brother, who had disappeared into the Trollclaw Mires months ago, was being held hostage in her lair, which had appeared near the Blight Tree, and begun to crumble with her destruction. Slowly but surely, pieces were coming apart. You decided to rest for a minute, take care of some stuff, and then you went down to the bridge to cross over the swamp water to get to the lair. And that's when an ancient hydra bursts through the bridge behind you, bearing down, ready to eat you alive in this weakened state.
Oh yeah.
And that's where we pick up.
Sure do.
It's real bad.
We're gonna fucking die.
We're gonna die for sure. Somebody's
I'm
gonna
just
die.
saying,
Did we
guys.
take a short rest or no?
We
No.
did not take a short rest.
Okay.
We've
There was
maxed
no
our,
time.
We've maxed our short rests out.
But if
yeah,
if we take another rest after like this event or
No,
whatever
we're gonna
we
take
do-
a rest right now.
Short
Yeah,
rest.
no.
Well, no, I mean
We'll take a nap with the Hydra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the long sleep.
With the
The
hydra.
long sleep.
Well, we benefited from a short rest, but we can still take a short rest and gain our hit, or we can use our hit dice still.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we only
Hit
benefit from a short rest once.
That only applies
Hit
to
dice
feats
isn't-
and stuff that are recharged from a short rest.
Oh.
Hit dice are not benefiting from a short rest; they're just something you can use
Use
during a
on-
short rest.
Oh.
So can we
Oh. Tip my hat to you.
Yeah.
You know the rules.
So,
Just a minute.
to the battle camp. Alright. Everybody got your D6s. Find out who's going in what order.
Cheers!
Go right ahead. Here,
Can I use my metal D6?
I got me a 6.
Looks lucky.
maybe. Dude, I should grab my custode.
It's too late.
It's never too late.
I got a 4.
Or we do.
Yeah, I thought we were going around.
Yeah, I thought
Are we
we
going
were
around?
Yeah, we're going around.
Going around.
Okay, so we're gonna start.
I'll first.
We're gonna start with Alfarius.
Forest, the Dragonbone Paladin. Rolls a 5.
5. I'm gonna plot my book then. Draw this down real quick.
The Book of Secrets.
The Book of Initiatives. The Book of Names.
Initiatives.
Yeah, where did my pen book there?
We're gonna die.
Very possible.
We're gonna die.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
6. Or you got up there.
5.
I don't know why I said 6.
Please leave your lives.
And the
Ooh,
pen.
also a 5.
Probably do what?
Move the tape from the pen. It's in the screen.
Did you roll?
That's for you
Got
guys.
6.
I don't know what's going
Did you
on.
roll?
That's tape measure.
Well, I wrote. I didn't. Did
The measure of tape.
Much better.
So when
No
you
better.
Mom better.
And Amanda?
Yun.
she used 4. She said 4
I had to count that high.
You can count that high?
in Japanese.
I can count to 5.
Ooh.
I used to be able to do 10, but I forgot after that.
6.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, a lot of 6s.
There's no repeat numbers.
5. Yeah. Just, we'll go back through whoever got 6. Yeah. 5.
It goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right?
No, it goes. Everybody gets a different number.
So
So he got the
So-
5, so
so
he gets
he-
5 first.
Yep.
What did you roll?
You rolled
A 5.
So
So
you
you
got
gotta
to re-roll.
You gotta roll again.
sorry, new initiative
He
system.
also
Roll a 5 again.
Roll good.
1.
So
Sasha,
you go first.
No.
now.
Now you roll.
Alright. 4.
No room
Okay,
for the 6.
Amanda got a 4, so you can roll again.
6.
Oh.
Roll again.
That's the 6. No one's rolled a 6 yet.
Oh.
Shall?
A 2.
2.
And then whatever's left is me.
Cool.
I got all excited.
That actually makes a lot of sense now that I can see it. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
You guys are lucky. All 6 of you get turns before the Hydra destroys the planks underneath you. So, in ascending order, take your actions.
Ascending.
Initiative.
What?
1, 2, 3.
From the top.
I know, but it's my turn, and I.
Panic. That's what
Panic!
He uses his action to panic.
Sorry to everyone.
I don't want to just like hit it, so I'm gonna
Debuff it.
Maybe.
Put it to sleep.
Go to sleep.
that's
Seduce
not
it.
Go to sleep.
Seduce it.
Go to sleep. Where to hide?
Get one of those little snake fluty things out. You're a bard.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you got a snake flute. You should run.
Or be a hero and sacrifice yourself.
Be a hero. He's a hero. He should sacrifice himself.
Almost did it again. Almost did the thing.
I saw you.
Thalen just vanishes as he casts invisibility.
Okay.
Fuck no, I want to use my reaction.
I'm now invisible. I'm gonna move 6 inches to one direction. That's
Along the bridge.
Yeah, trying to go around the Hydra.
Around? You're trying to go the other way? You're trying to go like towards the Hydra and around?
I'm gonna try to go towards the hut, which is past the
behind
Hydra.
us. Is it behind us?
That's
Is it
behind
behind
us.
us or past the Hydra?
It's behind you.
It's behind
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's behind us.
We have to turn around. We turned around to look at the Hydra because it burst through. The...
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna attempt to go towards the house.
Okay.
6
So
inches.
you can use all your movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 6 inches.
DC 10 acrobatics.
Yep, he's gonna make it to the next
Clear the jump.
thing.
I dropped my phone.
You can do this.
DC what?
Ten.
10. You got this. Oh.
Yeah, I got it.
I
I
will retrieve.
got a
it.
25.
I really wish I
Is that your
had
turn?
some spells.
That ends my turn.
Shaw.
Matt's wishing me up.
I really do wish I had flying. Yeah.
Shal is gonna take his action to make a perception check to see if there's any other possible ways to get around this thing and away from it.
Okay.
Ooh, that was a good perception check. That's a 24.
If you feel like swimming,
That's the only other option we have.
that's the only other option you,
You
have
got
to
it.
jump off the side and swim
Jump
away.
off the sab. Okay. Perfect. I am going to do the exact same thing he did, but not knowing that he did it.
Solid.
I don't make it.
So as you run to jump and clear to make to the other side, a part of the board snaps underneath your foot. You fall into the water.
Okay.
Swim, Melfi, swim. Swim while you can.
That's my turn.
Yep.
Luthok.
I'm next? Ooh, I got up there.
And you didn't even roll.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Really?
Yeah, right.
Oh, survive. I look this beast up and down. This one from my dreams. And I reach into my pocket, whipping out my potion of fire giant strength.
Oh shit.
Bite off the cap and just chug it all down in one foul swig. Upping my strength to 29 for the next hour.
Bro, you're gonna suplex the Hydra?
No.
Are you gonna give him the people's elbow?
No.
Come on. He needs to smell what Luthok's
Clarification
cooking.
question.
Yeah.
If I run to the other planks, is that jump check a part of my movement, or does that take up my
No,
action?
it's a part of your movement.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay.
Because drinking the potion was my action.
Mhm.
So acrobatics check, you were saying?
Yep.
Ooh, solid. 19.
Okay. So you jump over to the other side.
And then, since I was further towards the back, a little bit extra movement. Give people room. Come on! We gotta get out of here! As I end my turn.
Rockin'.
Alright.
Sorry, I wrote you as Matt. It really destroyed my brain.
Matt, it's your turn,
I had to
man.
think about your character name there for a minute.
Okay. It's pretty bad. I think I'll run. I think I'll do what he did, but without the falling.
Yeah.
You
Whilst you
jinxed
run
that,
and
Haas.
jump, you should turn around and fire some bolts at it, dude. Just like
Finger guns,
That
bro!
might be exactly
Yep.
what happens. We'll see.
Or he'll be swimming with me.
Yes, fire some eldritch blasts.
First we're jumping, you know? Alright, solid.
Damn it!
Solid.
Stop
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
low roll.
Hey, fuck you, guys.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's a thing.
I only can't hit things. I do pretty good otherwise. Let's see.
That's best.
So for my action, alright.
Go, Viking, go, Viking, go, go, Viking, go.
I make it to the other side, I turn around, and I reach a hand out towards the elf. And that is the end of my turn. I'm going to help him up.
So you reach the other side, then you go to pick him up?
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
I guess a ready action to get him out.
You don't need to. You said that you're going to use your action to pick him out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he just picks him up. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, so you just pull him out. It's fine.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Get out of the water, elf. Kind of pull him by the back of his shirt, just on up, and I turn around and keep
Nobody
running.
tosses an elf.
And then we turn around and keep running.
Keep tossing, they're awesome.
Okay.
Well, now it is Ellen.
Now I'm 6.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's Alfarius. I do apologize.
Alfaris is up.
Alfair? Alfarius.
Well, shit, I can't leave my employer behind. Just
Well, shit.
Good roll on that 6, by the way.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Just toss your water.
so I am gonna use my movement to get to the other side
Bye.
Oh my god, man, if you type again.
because I might not make it to the other side. Acrobatics? Yep. Let me get out my paper. It's a 0.
It's a flat 0. That's good.
You paper elitist.
Wow, an 11.
Ooh.
That's
It
enough.
just makes it by the hair of his chin.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like the person said it was gonna be. This is gonna be easy.
And I will use the ready action to give. Now your name is escaping me. Elin. Elin, the hell action.
Ellen.
As I scream out to you, run!
Get to the chopper!
Get to the bridge!
Get to the bridge.
The bridge is out!
Beach is out.
That ends my turn.
You
Ellen.
guys,
What?
we're gonna get across.
She gonna go for it.
Wait, is there enough space?
Yeah, there's enough space for you.
Okay,
Wait, why is there? Oh fuck, the dwarf is there.
we're gonna get across. 14 plus 2, 16!
Hooray! She made it!
Congratulations.
Get across.
She got the job! Hooray!
I don't like how okay this man is with this situation.
Alright.
Okay, the bridge keeps going.
Yeah. The bridge
And,
keeps going.
and, I'm gonna go ahead,
I have
do
no
it
idea.
again, get my healing spirit out.
No.
I'm just gonna put it in my space, but I know we can't do much about it. So it's once again, I pull my staff out, and then you see the hummingbird come out again.
Nice.
Nice. Yes.
Alright. Is that end your turn?
Yeah, it's right here. Brace for it. Alright,
No, the
now-
dwarf
Melting
heroically
fire.
stabbed.
Melting fires 2 shots with her crossbow at it.
Fuck nothing.
Oh, she's so brave.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's such a
She's so
hero.
brave.
She's such a
Such a
hero.
hero.
Give
That's
us
one
five
hit.
daughters.
What if she just like kills this thing in like 2 shots? We're like, what a bunch of pussies.
That's not going to be an issue.
I'm gonna tell her the bridge is out.
Bridge
Well,
up!
well, you killed the Hydra, but the bridge is out. I mean, what do you want us to do?
Okay. And then she begins to chase after you.
How did she do?
She's just fine.
She clears it like not.
She clears.
No, she's a dwarf. I thought maybe she
So-
had a little leg.
The Hydra
Shite.
continues
That's true.
slugging forward, crashing through the water, throwing planks and boards into the air as it completely just shatters the part of the bridge that you were on. Sends it flying, crashing through it.
Ooh.
I feel like we're in a cartoon. The scenery just keeps going.
Start the process all over again. D6s.
All right. Right here. Ooh, we're looking at a 4 this time.
Oh,
Oh, I'm not gonna get to roll anyway.
Yeah, you don't get to roll.
I'm not.
Ah! No, you gotta change it.
That's a 3.
Ooh, very
2.
2.
Ooh, like it.
She got 2.
Yep.
6. I get to go last.
And Blue Thought gets 4.
Alex
Alex just
Orc survives.
He just gets not to roll dice
You
today.
can't be 4.
He's 5.
Is he 5? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, 5.
Orcs are at the last with the very fast slow elf.
Free, you get to go before it breaks the bridge this time.
Oh!
It's not good.
Oh, fuck.
I'm doing
I forgot.
I'm in
Wait,
top 3.
Okay. Time out.
out.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
He said that, and my world came crashing the fuck down.
Alright, well,
But I'm invisible, so I'm gone.
DC 10 acrobatics.
yeah, if you fall in, nobody's gonna see you.
We're just gonna see a splash, and that's fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
And with my action,
That's just assume it's a board.
Yeah. Debris, keep going.
Well, I mean, it's falling apart too. I mean, come
I'm
on.
fucking.
Do something.
Question:
tripping over
Does
nothing.
minor illusion break? Let me read invisibility real quick. I want to make sure to see if it.
Yes,
Yes.
casting a spell with only greater invisibility doesn't get broken by casting spells or making attacks.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, it's a fucking waste of a spell. So I don't give a
That and
fuck.
concentration's a thing.
I fucking.
Dash.
I'm taking a timeout.
I choose the timeout.
Let's
Take a time out, buddy.
You create a sound or an image of an object within range. Can it be a person?
I don't know. Does it just say object?
It says you create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it as an action or cast the spell again.
It says object. It doesn't
Yeah,
say
creature.
person.
It would have to be a creature
Yeah.
if it was a person.
Someone else's voice.
A mannequin.
It can create an image of an
Get
object,
creative.
such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Once again, reading the entire spell in its entirety helps everybody.
Then I am going to break my invisibility. Wait,
Really?
Oh my God, he's there.
Yeah, we're running. I'm not. It's not helping anybody. So I cast minor illusion behind it, mimicking the voice of Grenda.
Okay.
With minor illusion, saying, "Food's over here," behind it,
Okay.
as I attempt to make it look at the carnage behind us as food.
Oh boy.
Dinner
Is that a
time.
save?
Well,
No, it just creates
No,
it.
it just
If a
does it.
creature,
It's up to you.
if a creature uses its action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine if it is an illusion with a successful intelligence check against your spell DC save. So it's a DC 15.
You can choose to use its action to do that. That's up to you, DM.
Good DM. You got it, DM.
that's where I like
So it would be a DC 15 intelligence check to see if to see if that was real or not.
If it would respond to that sound in the first place.
Yeah, it might. It would respond to it. So let's see if it thinks it's real or not.
Question. It says it uses its action to examine the sound or image.
Mhm.
I just want to make sure that was part of it. I'm still kind of using it in a weird way, so I wanted to make sure.
It's not that weird, just making a sound.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, that'll end my turn as I reappear.
I mean, it turns around. One of its heads turns and looks,
Fuck,
but
it's
the
got
other,
multiple heads.
the other one doesn't give a fuck. So it uses one head to turn and look. It doesn't see anything, but it's just back there like looking.
Wow.
Clever.
Wow.
Well, you saved me from one bite. I appreciate that.
I tried. I
Wow.
tried.
Hey, good try, Mike. Good try.
Elaine.
Alright.
That was great.
Alright.
So on its turn, it'll only make 4 bite attacks.
I saved you from a
You
bite.
saved me from a bite. I appreciate it. No lie. I
Alright.
appreciate it.
I'm going to
Decide well ahead of her turn how to spend her actions.
You're gonna heal right out the gate.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do.
Grab my jacket.
7. I'm gonna add my HP. Yeah, 7 because I rolled my stuff, and I'm going to go across.
Okay. DC 10.
Yep, I'm 17 plus 2, 19. I have one.
So Lynn leaps across and continues running
Luthok
to
falls
the end.
down when she runs by.
Yeah.
Oh God, she's too powerful.
Yeah, just fucking shoves you out of the way.
What kind of power is this?
And I'm going to leave my healing spirit. Because it's.
Where you were standing?
Where was I standing? Right where Albertus is?
Yeah, you are up there.
Yeah. Who needs it? Who needs it?
We are all gonna pass through.
Yeah, we're all.
Oh yeah, everybody's walking.
Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna walk through it.
Did you
Yeah.
benefit from it? Did you make
Yeah,
on
she
your
did.
turn? Did you benefit from it?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
She just burned. She just.
Takes a bonus action to move it, right? 30 feet.
To move it, yeah. It takes a bonus
But you
action.
have to start your turn in its benefit, right?
Yes.
Or enter
Or
its
pass
space.
through it.
Or enter its space.
Yeah.
Yeah, on your turn.
On your
That's
turn.
it's so
That's
on,
why
on
it
her
says-
turn, other people can't benefit
Yeah.
from it. But on your own, you can.
Okay. So I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
And hopefully everyone else can benefit from it.
Alright.
And that ends my turn.
Cool. I am gonna jump across,
Nice.
making sure to pass through that fancy healing spirit thing.
Alright.
So heal me up, Amanda.
A
7.
7. Wow, you're doing good on the 7s. Isn't that
Sounds
good?
like
Average
a
roll.
Acrobatics.
I don't like this. I don't like this at
7.
all.
Boom.
Because that's 3.
Dude, those 4 bite attacks scare the fuck out of me, man.
Made
They
it.
should.
Good to go.
He made it.
At least you're out of
Alright.
them, though.
So once I'm on the other side, is there
Gotta stay
are there
out
any
of 'em.
loose planks that I could like move to?
Make a check.
Okay. Well, I mean that doesn't do us a whole lot of good because I can't check and move it. So
You could get ready for the next.
that's true. Are there any planks, loose planks, long enough? That's what I'm looking for.
To what? Like make
To
a-
cross the next gap
That
that I see ahead of me.
yeah, sure. There's a bunch of them.
So I can pick one up and I move it with me.
Okay.
That's it, I guess.
Ooh, I do believe it's the Hydra.
It is. So the Hydra, as you guys are running away, lashes out with the 4 jaws of the heads that are paying attention to what's going on.
Ooh.
So,
To the guy who's closest.
one to each of you.
Oh. Ooh.
So to Shao,
Fair square.
that's going to be a miss.
Oh.
A miss on Malcolm. Luthok, that's going to be a hit.
Of course.
Various, that's going to be a miss.
Not rated yet.
Okay, next turn you get my roll.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's 13 piercing damage.
Yeah. I take all of that.
He's
And
oh.
then I need
All of that.
all of you to make DC 10 acrobatics checks as the Hydra bursts through the bridge,
Oh my
sending debris flying.
I fail.
Fail?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Ooh.
Oh, thank Jesus.
Everybody
Can
who
I
failed,
use athletics?
everybody who failed takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage as they're thrown into the air and they hit the next section of the bridge prone. So 6 bludgeoning damage.
Really?
Yep.
Son of a gun.
Oh yeah, I failed. You kidding me?
You failed.
That heavy armor,
They
man.
both succeeded.
Hard moving.
I know. So, boom. It's
I
fucking
made it across.
Destroyed.
before that section got destroyed.
I thought he said everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Question on healing spirit. Does that apply to monsters too?
It's when
Only to allies.
Only allies. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Let's say because he just passed through the healing spirit, so I don't know if he just gets to
It's
heal.
who she selects.
All right. Go again. Roll your d6s.
Oh, we're not
Oh,
done yet.
so-
Oh,
I don't even
Yeah,
get to
we
go.
only had 3 people, right?
Exactly.
That's
Go
lame.
five.
Oh,
That's super lame.
Go.
Okay.
Ooh, a 5.
Oh, that's.
Wait to roll.
Man,
You're
I'm
fucking it up.
We're getting
Yeah.
excited, okay?
We'll
We're
see.
sorry. We're
See, it
doesn't
totally
matter.
getting rickety wrecked,
That's my
son.
point. You don't get a turn if
Damn.
the
If they go
Hydra acts
before you.
All of you do.
You
Lame.
just went. Now I got one.
That's what I said. You can just run away from your friends if you want to,
Lynn,
You got 2.
but your friends are going to be fucking paying for it later if one of them
Shall?
falls in the water and somebody doesn't pick them up.
Yeah.
2.
you need to re-roll.
Damn. 1.
You need to re-roll.
God. 2 again.
You need to re-roll.
2 again.
You need to re-roll.
No, I need to be 2. You don't understand. It's 6. Thank you for that.
Luthok
You're gonna just let me
is-
have my tube.
We should go the other direction next time. Make it a little.
Yeah. Give Blue Thought.
Give him some love.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Ranger.
Roll fives.
That is all 5.
That's all.
All 6.
That's all 6.
Sorry.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm
He's
fucking-
running for his
I'm
life.
going. Yeah.
DC 10 acrobatics.
Wait, I have that board.
You do?
Is it? I slap it across it, and hopefully it's long enough to clear the gap.
Okay. Yeah, sure. No checks then for you. The only person who's gonna benefit from it.
Yeah. So I drop the board. I'm like, keep running, fellas, and I go.
All right. Is that your turn? Or do you maybe want to I don't know, attack the Hydra or something?
I'll attack the Hydra since I'm there.
We're going to start dashing.
Like all of you.
You can dash. You have an action to dash.
Well, I mean, what good is that gonna do? It's only
You're gonna
Longer?
survive?
short, but you guys are there. It's gonna attack you first.
That's a good friend. That's good friendship there.
All right, I Eldritch Blast at it from back there.
Do it, Warlock.
Oh, that's a critical miss.
Critical fail?
Uh
That's definitely what your teammates needed. To
Yeah.
Yeah.
huh.
mhm.
Uh huh.
Uh-huh. Well, the good news is it looks like the bard's gonna take it this time.
Yeah, we're prone.
Yeah.
Please don't.
There's only so
Does
many.
a-
Well, it does have one
does-
extra head now.
Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit.
Okay. Well, it only did like a little bit.
He rolled a one.
I did roll a 1 on the damage, so that's good.
That's great.
Where the heck is it? There you go.
Under pressure.
It's only
Under
five
pressure.
force damage.
Alright.
Woo! 5 full force damage.
5 whole force
Bringing
damage.
the thunder down on
So as the
that.
Hydra comes crashing through, its head snapping at the heels of your party members as they stumble over themselves and fall to the ground and tripping over this rickety bridge filled with holes and rotted out planks. You just throw 2 Eldritch Blasts back at it. One of them goes wide, just completely missing. The other one striking the Hydra, making very little fucking of an impression on it.
Yeah.
A very minor impression.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright, so the Hydra
Fuck.
makes 5 attacks.
No.
No,
It's going to make the first one with the damage against Alfarius. He's prone.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And that's going to be a, whoop, I got rid of the stat sheet for some reason. What's that? Plus 8.
It's pretty good.
22 to hit.
Ooh,
Plus
that
8.
is enough.
That is enough. 21.
Oh yeah.
So, that's going to be 13 piercing damage.
I'm out.
Then,
Nap time.
then it's going to make an attack against Shao.
Want to take a bridge nap?
Bridge snap.
Bridge nap. Bridge naps.
And that's going to be a 15 to hit.
There'll be a miss, sir.
Miss. Okay, it's going to make an attack against Luthok with advantage. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 8
Ow!
damage.
Owie!
Yep.
Ah.
It's almost like he should have raged on his turn.
Since it's a bonus action.
It's only got 1 left.
And
He
then,
didn't get a turn.
Oh, he does. He only has one. Does he? Do you even have a rage
I
left?
have a rage
You
left.
have one singular rage.
Yeah.
3.
The only problem is if he runs,
So it's
he's gonna go a turn without being hit.
Well, what it was is because I used a potion,
Yeah,
and
so
if
it's
I
gonna be
didn't get hit,
21.
I would lose the rage.
Right.
21
And if you
to
run,
hit.
you're gonna have a
So
turn without
that's-
getting hit, and you're not gonna hit him.
Ooh, she's getting
So you're
close
gonna
to
lose
it.
it
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, I would have. If I made
And
the
then
jump,
for its
so I
last
would
attack,
have.
it's gonna
I
attack Thale.
would have lost the rage anyway. So it
Exactly.
wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
16 to hit, sorry.
Does not hit.
Alright, everybody. DC 10 acrobatics checks or take 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
That include? I mean,
So
right?
that's-
No, not you, obviously.
I have to roll.
Yes.
I have to roll a 3 to fail.
That's
That's a critical fail.
yeah. Pretty sure you can't even make it, can it? Oh no, you can do it disadvantage.
Everybody who failed takes 4 bludgeoning damage as they're flung forward on the bridge.
Can I do like a standing long jump or something? Because I have like a +9.
No, strength ain't getting you out of this, orc.
Sure, you could technically if you wanted to.
Because jumping checks are strength.
Yep.
Generally. It's acrobatics or strength.
But you're not jumping. You're getting flung.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, this time.
'cause I had a strength. I'm 29. No, I was
You
like,
do have a pretty decent acrobatics check then.
Mouth needs
Yeah,
that's
I'm-
fine. Who failed?
I did. I failed.
You failed automatically, right?
Yeah.
Basically. All right, so you land there. Who else? You?
I failed. There's
'Cause you
acrobatics.
Because
landed.
I have a plus 12 to athletics.
Anybody else fail?
No, I passed.
Fast.
I do believe you have an automatic failed death saving throw as well, Alfarius, for taking damage while unconscious.
I view that as 2 because it was melee.
There's more environmental. I'd go with 1.
that's on the merciful DM.
I believe it was 2.
I believe it was a merciful DM moment.
If you're in the
No,
hurry to die,
because you have to hit while unconscious. Any melee hit within 5 feet is an automatic critical. But you weren't unconscious when he first hit you, were you?
Oh no! But
Yeah, exactly.
for
For the
tumble.
thing? Yeah. So it wouldn't. It's not a melee attack, so it's environmental. So one failed death saving throw.
all the failed death saving throws. I'm gonna leave
So
it
the
on
bridge
2.
once again gets
Left.
destroyed as the Hydra marches forward.
And that little hummingbird is just going farther and farther away.
Yep.
Yep.
Further away.
He's off the map now. He's gone. He's gone forever.
Mhm.
We're never gonna get that hummingbird
So
back.
again,
Well, if I can just stay afloat like
Luthor!
this, I could just keep
Let's start on this end. Luthor, you get your roll.
All right,
Go ahead.
Luthor gets to start.
5.
That's not where you're supposed to start.
Yeah,
with.
5 is high.
Yeah.
Alright?
2. I
Lynn.
might go before the
I got a 5, but I'm gonna reroll that. I got a 6.
Riken.
Ooh.
Reroll that. Reroll that.
Ooh.
3.
I got a 1.
That leaves me with a 2.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm reading these dice wrong.
Oh, he rolled a 6.
that's a 1.
That's a 1.
That is a 1.
Sorry, I was caught off guard. I was like, ooh, success. Wrong.
So
No.
6 turns.
Oh, nice.
Turn this time.
Yeah, we
Make
get to
it.
go.
For my healing spirit.
Shit, it's me
You're
again.
up again.
The movement still.
That's loaded.
I can't
That's
keep going.
loaded.
If I drag this man,
Can I move 60?
Half your movement speed, yeah.
and I can't toss it, I'm fucking.
Nope. Definitely not. And you can't jump while holding on to the miner.
I'm gonna make the gap myself then.
Okay.
Still gonna keep on doing it.
I passed. And then I'm gonna. Oh shit. I'm gonna pull out that playing card, King of Spades, crumple it up, and I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion again, tossing it out, imitating Grenda's voice, saying, "Sweetums, I said dinner's ready."
Okay.
Trying to make it more authoritative and demanding.
Okay.
Call it sweetheart.
Yeah. One head looks away.
Saving us from a bite.
That's all I got. And my turn. I don't have it. Oh, ooh-da-ba-da-da-boo. I'm gonna look correct. Yeah. I'm gonna look at Luthor. And actually, how many of those do I got left? Because I should only have a couple.
Inspiration.
I think you only have 1 if you have any.
I have 2. I look at Luthor and go, Luthor, buddy, this is a big time to make a really big jump. You've got this. And you know how the Bardic Inspiration.
Cool.
You needed that.
Is that your turn?
It's garbage.
2. Alfarius.
Now everybody knows if I roll a 20, I'm up.
Yep.
Now everybody else knows if I roll a 1, I'm dead.
I rolled a 2.
That's true.
Who's on 2? Because I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm on 5?
4.
Oh, 4?
That's probably good. You don't want to go right now anyways, because
I
death
would
throws
go.
are made at the end of your turn.
That's fair.
That was
So
a
then
bad
I'm sorry,
start.
Shall.
Yeah.
I do apologize.
That was a rough start.
Shao is going to go over to Luthok and use his action to pick up the big orc. Say, Luthok, now is not the time to be laying down. I'm push him up and get him back to standing. And then he's going to
So
do...
you use the help action?
I use the help action, yes.
Okay. Stand them up using the help action? That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what? 20 feet of movement to get to him,
Okay.
I believe.
I'm going to use...
I don't know, you guys have the measuring tape.
I'm going to use the rest of it to get out of there. Measuring tape.
So you can move him. He's standing, so you're not carrying him. So
It's 2 inches there, so I got 4 inches after. So that gets me to the edge of the board there. Can I
Okay.
make the jump?
Yep.
I'm gonna go for the jump. I make the jump,
So you jump across. Bam.
and that's my turn.
All right. The clock is standing. You get yanked to your feet by the elf. You see this hydra
more
on
like,
top of you.
more like, or
All right.
pouring over me, pushing him up.
Alright, so I run towards Alpha,
Alpha.
uncork my last healing potion.
Ooh, good idea.
Ooh, good call.
Just let me die, bro.
Just let him die. If he lives, he lives.
I kneel down, yank open his jaw again, pour it in there, and go, "You got every one of these I've ever had." And
One day I
then,
get to use one myself, please.
yeah, and then I use the rest of my movement to go back.
Okay, make the jump.
Okay. Please make the jump. I don't make the jump. I fall in.
So the board snaps underneath you and you fall down.
Boom. Splash.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, on the way down, I'm like, fuck me. That is my turn.
All right.
Well, wait, how much healing did I get?
Oh, yeah, I should do that. Oh, yeah, that's part of it, too. 2d4.
I'm required to do
Plus
stuff.
2.
Don't worry, everybody. We've been playing D&D for years.
I have been DMing mostly. That's 8. You got 8, friend.
Well, you're doing it wrong if you're not using healing potions on your enemies, okay?
Well, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I don't know.
You want to ruin your player's day? You have them heal themselves. Nothing makes players more fucking disheartened
You know
when
what?
the enemy uses
Now
a
that I
greater
think
potion
about
of
it, I don't
healing.
think I've ever had one of my NPCs do that to them yet. I've had like NPCs that heal like naturally, but I don't think I've ever dropped a healing potion on you guys.
No.
I love having clerics behind the fucking shields of fighters healing them.
Yeah.
It's great.
Just
So is that
five
your turn?
fighters to
That does.
two
That's
clerics.
my turn.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stand up.
Using half your movement.
Using half my movement. I
So
would
you
take-
have 3 inches left without dash.
That would be correct, but I will use the dash action.
Alright.
After realizing I've been tumbled for the last 2 turns.
Maybe run a long jump.
Make a jump. Yeah, you can make a long jump if you want, as opposed to an acrobatics check.
Which means you have
What?
strength, bro.
Why would I do a silly thing like that?
Maybe because your long jump is fucking 4 inches. Sorry, not 4 inches. Fucking
Yeah, it is good. I
4
know it's really
feet.
good. Athletics is
4
really
feet.
good. But me and Luthok have been fighting for an athletics check for a while.
Do it. Do it works, dude. Do it works.
Alright, athletics. It's a long jump. It's +7.
There you go.
Yeah.
Didn't even need it.
So I get a cross.
Boom.
He's like, whoo,
Land
oh shit, oh
right on
shit.
every side.
Ooh, that looks an awful lot like Brikens in the
So
water.
that's gonna end my turn.
Did you not
Remember me?
I'm drowning, you bastards.
I healed you.
Yeah.
I'm out far.
I have to
I get to go?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Is
I
your-
rage.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah. Well, I would have lost it last time anyway, so now I rage and I hit him. I hit him real hard.
Yeah. Cool.
Hit him real hard.
Real hard.
With a stick?
With my sword.
Oh,
my
yeah.
magic +1 sword, guys.
Now the question is, Luthok, are you using 2 hands?
Oh no,
No,
I'm
you
using
can't
one
use a
because I have a shield, but I am attacking recklessly.
Nice.
Fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you attacked recklessly.
Yeah, good thing I attacked recklessly. What's my shit?
Please tell me
Plus
it's 4 or
12 to
5.
hit, so 19.
That's a hit.
Oh, sorry, 20, because I have a +1 from the sword. Oh yeah, so 7 plus 9, 16 plus 2 plus 1, so 19. 19 points of damage on that first slash.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack recklessly because I have multi-attack because I'm angry.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so
That's a lot more.
Yeah, that's a lot more. That's a hit. 14 plus 2 plus 1 is 17 points of slashing damage. And now, since I'm up,
Yeah, it definitely could.
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna run. And I'm gonna
Good
use.
idea, though. It was a good
I'm
thought.
gonna use my strength to jump since I have a +12. Oh, look at that, 24. Does that? 7 plus
even-
12.
you don't
Luzak
even-
has made
you
a
don't
save
even need
tonight,
to roll.
people.
I don't even need to roll because I'm
Congratulations.
super strong.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll. You can't with a plus 12.
Yeah,
It's that giant strength,
super
yo.
buff, so I just
Yeah, so as you're running, you're like
Just running
stomping and like cracking the planks of the bridge underneath you. You've gained a whole bunch of weight attached to you to drinking this potion when you just leap across, jumping over everybody else. Boom! Slam in.
Yeah, can't
The whole bridge kind of slays, and you watch as these two of the posts that are holding it up like kind of splinter a little bit and get a little bit shorter.
It's good use, but
I end my turn.
Okay.
The Incredible Hulk has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Lynn.
You'll in.
Yeah.
He's green, he's angry, and he's really strong. He's the Hulk.
Break the concentration. It's healing spirit. Not much.
it's fell behind.
Yeah, it's far behind. I can't do much for it. I am going to fucking cast Moonbeam on it. Moonbeam.
What's it say?
So just to describe it for our fellow folks, it's a silvery beam of pale light shines down on a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, a dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature, and I want to put it right there.
I don't know where right there is. You have to be more specific than right there.
Right on its body.
Right on its body.
Okay.
Body! Alright, so, when the creature enters the spell for the first time, or on a turn, or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in a ghostly flame that causes searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw of 15.
Okay. Passes with 15.
Alright, so it takes half of a 2d10 radius. So 2, 9, 10, 11, so it's 5.
5.
Mm-hmm. 5 radiant damage.
So the beam of ethereal white light hits the ground, splashes into the water, kind of spraying it out, and you immediately start to see its scales start to burn underneath it. But it doesn't really seem like it bothers it much.
Well, it's done. Time to run!
Okay.
Be with everyone else.
Okay.
Be one with the world. So I pass. Yeah, natural 20. It's a 22.
Awesome. Starts across.
Run for your life!
Is that your turn?
Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action because I get the feeling I'm gonna be at the bottom of the list. So I'm gonna move the beam like a little, like on the ledge of the platform we were on.
Okay. So you're gonna bring it forward.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So,
fine.
you know,
That's fine. It's gonna be in it when it moves.
Perfect,
It's
yeah.
fine.
then it's my turn.
Okay. Aki's gonna fire her crossbow again. 2 shots. One hit and 1 miss. She's a little hot and cold on those. 50-50 for hits and misses
Yeah.
at the moment.
Hello, cat. Freak me out.
What's touching me?
Oh my god.
There's someone underwater.
Somebody's touching my
She's
butt.
going
What's going
to
on?
run. She's gonna try to jump.
Catfish.
She jumps just fine. Gets crossed. And once again, the Hydra starts breaking through the bridge, cracking, thundering through it, shattering it, sending splinters and shards into the air around it.
God damn. I have a question.
You can now see
Is Rankin in Moonbeam right now?
he
No.
is.
Am I?
Yeah, you would be.
Bummer.
Ouch.
Eh.
You can now see
You'll come back as a scar.
that you only have one more section after this to get before you make it across the bridge.
Oh, thank heavens.
So we're starting with you
Start.
again.
Yeah.
Felix,
Swap
you-
back.
Yeah. 4.
4. 2. Okay.
Oh, good.
Lynn.
Did you get a 6?
I got the 6.
Good job.
It's good news for Luke.
Oh, I caught it.
I'm in a good spot to go last.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys.
Great spot.
5.
5. Not good.
Shao.
Roll.
It's a 1 or a 3. It's a 1 or a 3. Come on, baby, give me the 1. Give me the 1. Give me the 1.
Don't give him the
Give
one.
me the 1.
Give me the one. You don't understand. I took out almost 30 damage.
4 turns.
4 turns. That means Lynn and Riken don't get turned.
Oh, no.
Oh, that really
Well,
sucks.
so much for saving, yeah.
You can still pull him out of the water with an action.
Sure.
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna hit it. I obviously attack.
Alright.
Son of a bitch, hit me while I'm down.
Yeah, so that's a really high 25.
25.
Yeah, I maxed out my damage roll, so that's 8 plus 9, 17, 18, 19 points of slashing damage.
Plus 1 from the sword.
Oh yeah, plus 1 from the sword. Thanks, Mike. 20.
Okay.
Do it again.
That's why
I run the
I'm
attack.
listening to your count.
You're gonna cut off a head here, bud.
Oh shit! Please don't.
So 10,
Well, we gotta do damage to
13,
it, right?
Ah.
15 points of slashing damage.
Get on the Hydra's back. Get on the Hydra's back.
Ghost ride the Hydra.
And then, since I'm like super buff, can I just like walk by and grab Elin and just jump over the ledge with her?
No.
No? Okay.
Jesus.
Well, then I'm going to run and jump.
Don't rush that.
You could if you didn't attack.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair. Alright, I jump. I need to attack to keep my rage up. I have 9 HP. So I run and I jump.
So,
And I'm super strong.
bam.
I just envisioned the Hulk jumping and running.
Yeah,
through
let's
the
say, yeah,
desert.
you're the Hulk, yeah. That's it. You're green, you're angry, and you're strong.
As
You're
the
the Hulk.
first SWAT comes in, comes across, hits it, leaves a huge gash across the head. The next one comes down straight over the top. Head comes right off.
Can you pull its head off?
It only has 4 heads.
For the moment.
Yeah.
Until it grows 2 more.
2 more tickets.
One down, 4 to go.
Cut off 1 head. 2 more.
Yeah, that ended my turn.
Hell,
I mean, who's 2?
Me. So I have a question, Dio. Using my action, can I grab Elin and toss her to the other side?
Why do you guys want to toss me around?
Riken's in the water dying.
I know, right?
Who cares about him?
Also, fuck you.
Yeah, you could use an action to throw her across the other side with a successful athletics check.
Athletics?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's definitely.
Grandma tosser? So I don't know. You must be a strong bard, too.
She's yoked.
She's tiny. She's 5 foot, dude. So
Yeah. 5 foot.
So you're
she
gonna
weighs
hear
like 70 pounds.
700 pounds.
you're gonna hear Thalen use his bonus action to bardic inspire himself, saying, "You are the muscle. Beat the muscle. You are the muscle. Beat the muscle."
And now you're out.
And I'm gonna grab her and just attempt to chuck her over the area.
And you're going to give me a DC 10 athletics.
Gotcha. 12.
Barely.
Good thing for that bardic inspiration, eh?
So the first question is, do you allow it picked up and thrown?
No.
I'm gonna say
Hell
yes
no.
because I'm like so distracted by it that I just don't notice. it
Okay.
happening.
Yeah, she's busy concentrating on a moonbeam.
Yeah.
So
She's like,
you throw her to the other side. She lands, slides.
Moonbeam
Returns.
power.
And then I'm gonna use my free action. You got this, Riken! And I'm gonna go run and jump over the area.
He's floating.
Damn.
I'm trying to crawl up as we speak. It's like,
I pass.
All right.
It didn't get harder when I wasn't looking, right?
No.
Shall.
Shall is going to run over to where Riken's floating in the
Do the
water
right thing.
and do the right
I
thing.
fucking saved you once
He
already.
puts his hand out and goes, I owe you a debt. Take my hand.
I hate these people.
I use the help action to pull him back onto the deck,
Okay.
and then I bounce out of here. I'm
Booty
tired.
booty.
See, at least I helped.
Out.
I helped the person out.
Boom.
All right. Then your turn.
This is my turn.
All right.
Alfarius.
Ooh, I am going to
Not wanting to take multiple attacks.
not wanting to take the multiple attacks that's just about to come.
You're gonna toss, right?
Oh man, four
Hey, at least you ain't
two
prone,
apiece.
at least you ain't prone, bro. Okay, I saved you.
I couldn't have lifted you.
Hey, he did chop off one of the heads, so you only got to take 2, and then Malcolm gets to take 2.
But at least you got a disadvantage, you know.
It's
What could be
So,
worse?
what are you doing there?
Ooh, I am gonna give Riken the potion of greater healing.
All right.
Oh,
I need the D4s. Give me some D4s. I need 3 more.
You get to actually take a healing potion. How does that make you feel, right?
He's got all of them there.
All right, here we go.
Not bad.
3. I can't see this one.
It's hard to read, I
That's
admit.
a hard one. 6.
I also hate them when they put it on the
7.
bottom. That's wrong. Not how D4
8.
works.
Chest sense.
Yeah.
It's
8 plus 4.
8 plus 4. That's 12 HP.
I'll take it. I don't need it.
You taste that? You taste that, Riken? That's the flavor of heroism.
So you're running. So
Hey,
what's
high
what's
five on
happening?
that one.
I'm just pulling myself out of the water.
Oh, excuse you. I'm pretty sure somebody helped you get out of
I'm
that.
pulling myself up.
Yeah, if you're
from the
pulling yourself
water.
out of the water, how's that moonbeam feel there, guy?
Not great. It's not my turn though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would have to use my action to pull him out of water first.
Well, he pulled him.
No, he.
He pulled
I
him
know,
out.
he pulled him out of the
Okay,
water.
good. Yeah. So I feed
Matt
him.
just forgot that for a second.
He just wants to be his own hero.
He doesn't want to be here.
It's unacceptable.
I'm
be
being
a skull.
pulled out of the water currently.
All right, what are you doing?
And I'm gonna put my shield over us.
Oh, the giant cat of doom has arrived.
I'm gonna tell you,
Kitty, kitty.
we're gonna have to ride
Kitty,
this one.
hi.
We're gonna have to ride this one out together.
She was there, now she's gone.
And I end my
Kitty
turn
Hydra.
right next to Riken, a little bit in front of him.
Just when we thought our greatest fears have
So you
been
want-
realized.
You can't really
Kitty
fit in the
attack.
same space.
Yeah,
so.
no, I totally got it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stand next to him to take some of these attacks.
Okay.
I drink that potion. I'm like, fucking awesome, great.
As
Let's do that.
As I see this thing getting ready to do what it does, and we'll move another 6 inches anyways, so it's all gonna work out maybe.
With a dex check.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
With a dex check. With a dex check.
So the Hydra,
So the Hydra.
once again, wildly lashes out with 4 of its heads.
Oh, I hit it.
He killed a head.
I hit it.
So it has disadvantage on attack.
So it has disadvantage on all attacks. This is my throne. My powers. I hit it.
The cannon had me!
You're right, it has disadvantage. As it grows 2 heads.
Which also have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
And you have resistance if they do hit you.
Oh, that's.
Oh.
Oh.
So, it's going to make 6 attacks. So, 2 attacks, the first attack of 2 against Riken.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a miss on that one. Second attack. That's going to be a miss on that one as well.
Woo!
Attack on Alfarius.
Yeah.
It's going to be a miss as well. I roll. That's good because I rolled a nat 20 and a 2. So
Woo! That
Second
thrum.
attack.
That thrum is handy.
that's going to be a miss as well. And 2 attacks against Malphite. It's going to be a miss. And that's going to be. Check her AC again real quick. I'm pretty sure she is 19. Yeah, so that's a miss as well. Just barely. With an 18 to hit.
Trust the cat.
Okay.
They'll get you.
Acrobatics checks. As it smashes the planks underneath you, lashing forward, striking out with its heads.
Oh my gosh!
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job. Well done.
No!
Riken,
Oh,
no!
no! Oh, jeez.
Okay, so Malphite. Oh, with nat 20, she passes. So, Riken takes 5 bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
Good thing that healing
And
potion
is
came
now-
around.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Boom.
Owie. Ouch. It hurts real bad, bud.
Again,
Get hit.
now you guys are almost there.
Get hit.
You run across the bridge
Almost
making
there.
a mad dash.
Oh,
Now you just need to make 2
did you
jumps
do your moonbeam damage
to get to it.
on its turn when it started its turn?
No, but now's the time.
Now's the time to do it.
So Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Burn.
5.
5.
Fuck.
5.
Ooh, man, calm down. Calm down. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Simmer down.
She's gonna go into a druid rage.
Friend of my will nature.
So starting with Blue Thought.
Oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, do Lou thought.
Don't roll a 6. Roll 1. 4 is good. That's not terrible.
Shout!
Stop copying me. Stop copying me.
I think you're copying me.
2.
Ah, yeah.
Stop copying me. Stop copying him. 5, not good.
Stop copying
you hold
yourself.
it, I punch.
2.
Reroll.
That's a 1.
Oh,
Oh, he's gonna
I'm
survive.
struggling now.
Shit.
What is a 6?
What is this? That leaves you with 3.
Not bad. That's not a bad roll.
This is not good. This is not good,
Not
boss.
bad. So,
What does the Hydra get?
3.
Oh my god!
Druid rage.
All right.
That caught me the fuck off guard!
Who's got 1?
Who's got 1?
Riken! He's gonna stand up and maybe not die.
I stand up and I move.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But before I make the jump, I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
Send a pair of Eldritch Blasts its direction.
He's rolling on his keyboard like a savage.
Yes. Shut up.
Filthy savage.
Filthy
I'm
savages.
just saying, you've got a lot of space between here.
Yeah.
They're both over 20.
Okay, there's one that hits then.
Yeah. And then, so the total is going to be 6 plus. Maths.
You know how to do math?
I don't think he does.
13.
Not really.
He's using his
10
fingers and
plus 6
toes.
is 13.
It's because the numbers
18.
are high.
18?
18 force?
18 force 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Solid.
So 2 solid shots of Eldritch energy blast out from you, hitting the Hydra and slamming into it.
Oh, yeah. So then I make the jump across.
DC 10.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I don't make it again.
Oh! He's so distracted by firing, you watch as he slowly backs up and doesn't realize where he is and falls backwards into the water.
God damn it! Once again, fuck! On the
That's
way
not who
down.
I imagined would be failing this often when I wrote to design this encounter.
I shouldn't be because I'm perfectly average at dexterity, but you know.
No.
It's that heavy armor, dude.
You're
It's that armor.
totally, just completely mediocre.
Well, like, actually, I've got a +2. I don't
So
know
there's
why.
2.
Yeah.
Shaw.
Oh.
Ah. Let's see.
Shao is going to come up behind Lynn and tap her, like grab her by the shoulder and say, "Come with me," and I'm gonna like try to grapple you.
Everyone is like, yeah.
I'm gonna
Man,
try and grab you.
who just screamed fuck out loud? I think you're fine.
I warned you. I didn't like.
Leave
I
her
didn't like
to
one
her
of these. I
death
was like,
and her
"Come with
pride."
me."
Yeah.
And then I go to grab you.
her death and her pride.
Alright.
So
You're
you
gonna
want to be
take it?
grappled?
Sure.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
so
cool.
you grab her?
Yeah, and I'm gonna take the dash action. I'm gonna make a big, huge hero leap here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I sure do.
You
I sure do. That's
So he
25.
Picks you up, throws you over his shoulder real quick, and just runs and jumps
Superhero landing. Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
and breaks through the bridge. No,
It's too much weight in one.
Too much.
Too much weight.
All right.
Hey, all I'm saying is the Hulk did this with the other with no problems. One light elf and one light whatever she is should be fine.
Human.
Human.
Emaciated
Human
70-pound
after
human.
all.
The emaciated.
Is that your turn?
That ends my turn.
You mean
Number 3.
superior human?
Human elf?
Human.
So many
Half elf?
heads.
Human plus 1?
6.
6 heads.
Yep.
Well, since they were so kind and to clear space for me, I take Ellen's spot upon the bridge.
Okay, that's fine. You don't got to move.
Yeah.
Technically, you're all considered within range. I'm not doing range with the Hydra.
He just wants to be up front. He wants to like have that, you know, like the I'm here.
Oh.
Okay, look at all this plate I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Fight it. I dare you.
After realizing that the bridge was out,
Okay.
The
I
bridge is
move up
out.
to it, and I look at it and go, "Come on, kill me!"
Yeah, kill me.
Technically, he does have disadvantage on all his attacks except for if he attacks me.
Mhm.
This is till I go, and I won't be able to go.
Yeah.
And you attack recklessly. It has advantage on you.
Yeah, it totally does. I'm dead. I'm dead.
And I will use my action to give Luthok the help action. As I give you the heads up, the bridge is out!
The bridge is out.
So your
We'll
next
be
ability
alive.
check, you'll have advantage.
Oh, okay.
So after it beats
What
you
about
up,
death saving throws?
No.
That sounds like
I don't know if you can help action that. I'm gonna
that-
stabilize you.
That ends your turn.
Yeah.
Hydra
Thank you.
makes a
Thank
few
you.
attacks. So, there's
Whoa.
4 of you, so we'll go in 6 heads. So 2, 4, 2.
6,
4,
8. Who
5,
do we
6.
appreciate?
Alright, so it's going to put 2 on Luthok, 2 on Alfarius, and then 1 on each of the others. So, first we're going to start with Alfarius because he's a cocky asswipe. I just want to see how bad this could go first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real bad for this guy.
It's real
One
bad.
hit, the other head gets to strike again.
So that's going to be a 26 to hit.
Ooh,
26
that
with
hits.
disadvantage? Shit.
It doesn't have disadvantage, it's hitting you.
Oh, to me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said we start with Alfarius.
No, I said Luthok.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting out. Yeah, that hits.
You
Yeah.
said this cocky bastard. And
Yeah.
I was like, that's why I didn't step up.
Do it, kill me.
That's fair. So that is going to be 7 piercing damage from the first attack.
Alright.
Makes the second. At least you're raging this time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there was no way for me to have rage on the last one, so.
Oh, and that's going to be crit.
Oh, that's
On a
not.
max damage roll on a d10.
Oh.
So that's 15 piercing to
I'm
start.
asleep.
Good night.
So that's 18 total piercing damage.
I'm down.
Did you
I'm
take a
down.
watch as Luthok brilliantly bats away the first head as it comes in, but leaves himself completely open? The Hydra's head, its jaws open up and it just snaps shut on both sides of him. You watch as the teeth from one side go all the way through his abdomen, and he just drops to the ground as the Hydra just lets him go limp.
Look, man, you're supposed to be the Hulk. What's going on here?
I lost 30 health in the first round.
So
Not good.
Not good.
Not
Real
good.
bad, Bob.
now,
Wow.
2 attacks
No,
against Alfarius at disadvantage.
Does it still go up if you're down?
As far as
No, I think
No?
I
You
I
have
lose
to be-
consciousness.
you
Yeah,
have to be conscious for the effect to still be in place.
I think so.
Might want to check on your.
Let me
Yes,
let me
that's
just
right.
check my character sheet.
Your old character sheet, you mean?
My features and traits.
Can you just roll me up 4d6 real quick?
I'm gonna fucking die, bro!
Drop the lowest.
All right, next one. Do it again.
You got it? Alright.
Yeah, I don't really say.
We're gonna die.
Agreed.
Well, if it's an effect that's caused by you being
Rage,
raged, then
yeah.
normally rage
Yeah, we'll
drops
just say
to
it.
your
Yeah,
conscious,
just say
so-
it drops.
Alright, so that's be
What about your
process
belt?
there then.
Or your
So-
potion of giant strength.
Oh, that stays.
Oh,
that
that's
stays
good.
till I die.
He's super
Alright, so 2
strong.
attacks against Alfarius.
Coming in hot.
Alright, that's going to be a miss, and that's going to be... Oh, that's definitely going to be a hit. That's 27.
Ooh, that is a hit.
Oh, again for max damage. So you take 15 piercing damage.
I too am taking a little nap.
Oh no.
Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. We had a good time. It was a good run. We'll see you next time when we all roll new characters.
So, 1 attack against Dalen. Oh, that's going to be a miss for a 15.
Hallelujah.
That's Malcolm. That's going to be another miss for a 14.
It's gonna be cool.
Hallelujah. See, Tyke's
Alright.
on my side.
So,
Best choice.
DC 10 acrobatics checks from you and Malcolm. Ooh, Malcolm fails.
Yeah.
All puppy
It
fun.
ends if my rage ends.
So 5. She takes 5.
There's 2 of them down. That changes the logistics.
Yeah. And then you both suffer a failed death saving throw.
Awesome.
Boom. As you guys crash land on
This
the
isn't
dock,
good.
thrown in the
This is
air.
bad, boss. This is real bad, you know.
I'm gonna be upset.
Well, you were enraged.
Yeah, I should change my health to 0. It's not
So-
6 anymore.
Just take the 6. Take it.
So this is the last platform.
Take it.
You guys see the door, and you're watching as the shingles and parts and vines and stuff that make up Grenda's lair are like falling off, like decrepit and like kind of falling apart and slamming into the ground and the water around it.
The bee?
Okay.
She never got to have her turn.
Oh.
So yet again, we have another case of a spell that's just
So,
useless.
Top of the order. Alfarius, if you would like to roll your d6.
Should it be Luthok's side this time?
Nope, we did
He
that
went
last
to
time.
last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're alternating now.
Make me number 1.
Number 2.
That's not good.
It's good for me.
It's good for you. It's not good for us.
Fuck.
6.
That's good.
Lucky number 1.
Fuck.
5.
Alright, guys. Lucky
Help
number
me, you
1.
get 1.
Oh, you can re-roll that though. We have a 5
Lucky
and
number
6
1.
already. Ah, yeah.
Much excitement, such wow.
3. That makes you 2. Wait, no, he's 2.
4.
2.
4.
You're
It's
4.
4.
Now we just gotta hope this guy rolls a 6 again. Hold your breath, everybody.
3.
5.
Yeah! Ah, we gotta host everybody first. You're alive. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, you're gonna be great.
You're gonna do great things.
You can do great.
things, kid.
You do fine, kid. You're fine.
You're fine, kid.
Number 1.
You're wrong.
Number 1.
How far is my moonbeam?
It's back 30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah,
Right to
it's 30 feet.
BAM! Right back. Use my
Okay.
action.
That was aggressive.
All right.
I think it's a bonus action.
Bonus
now.
action.
That's an action.
No, that's action.
Oh, okay.
Get back over there, moonbeam.
Moonbeam's bonus
Fails.
action. Healing Spirit.
Alright, good. Alright, roll the die. I'm bringing the tiny dice in.
The baby dice. Baby dice.
Baby dice,
Come on,
baby
baby.
dice, baby dice.
Oh.
Fucking fuck. 4.
Baby
Four.
dice, man.
Yeah.
4 whole damage.
So once again, it just comes across the water and starts burning its scales on its head, and you can see parts of it, like the scales are cracked and fall off, and like it's burning out one of its eye sockets.
Alright, and I don't have a bonus action, so
Bonus action nap time.
head towards the door.
Okay. DC 10. Make a jump.
Oh,
Super
jump.
friend.
It's a final jump. We have one
Yep.
final jump.
Yep.
We have a final jump, ladies and gentlemen.
Final jump.
Fudge and fudgeness.
Oh, now she failed.
As Elin runs,
That one.
getting ready to jump, it just collapses underneath her. Just snaps, falling off.
Amanda? This happens again?
You guys realize there's only 2 people standing in this entire party. Oh, there's 3 people standing in this entire
No,
party.
2, because I don't count. I don't get to turn.
And that's one.
3. Shall.
I believe you.
He looks around and he sees everybody's laying down.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Alferis. I
Oh,
fucked
oh.
up because I thought she was 2. My bad.
Number 1.
Here
Now-
comes. Come on,
She's
come on, baby.
really useful
Let's
right
get that
now.
20. Let's get that 20.
A couple of points of lay on
The
hands.
hands.
What? I'm
He's
down.
unconscious.
What does that matter? What does that have to do with that?
Because you're going to natural 20 up and be able to just
Yeah.
touch somebody.
Yeah.
I'm sensing.
Actually, you couldn't because the roll's made at the end of your turn.
Kiss your
Yeah,
dice
start.
before you roll it.
Start.
Oh,
Start.
sorry. Yeah, start.
Yeah, if you roll a 1, you're dead.
Yeah, I feel weird. I feel like it is gonna roll a 1.
You want
that feeling.
to trade dice?
The orange dice. You usually
Exactly. There you go. There you
I
go.
still got that
Ladies and
feeling
gentlemen.
though. I still got that
I'm feeling a 20. 20. 20.
17. It's a pass.
It's a pass.
I want to express that it rolled on a 1.
There
and
was
then
a
chip
1 in
out.
there. That is true.
Yeah.
Where's your Where's your? Is this which one's your dice? You grabbed this one, right?
Not this one.
No, which one?
They're all yours.
Yeah, you should have
So-
rolled that one. Now shall.
Shao looks around at the carnage. Everybody's laying down. He doesn't know who to help.
So I can make a medicine check to stabilize a character for making a death saving throw. That's a thing you can do.
Yeah, that means
A
an attack.
medicine check?
That means an attack wouldn't kill. It would just put us back to a death saving throw too. Right?
Well, if we get an automatic success on that, does it stabilizes and they're up? No, because they just stay at 0. They're unconscious.
Yeah, they're still unconscious. They just don't have to make death saving throws anymore.
Until they're attacked.
I do have a decent wisdom, so I guess I will make a medicine. Oh man, who's in the water?
Right, again.
God
And
damn
they'll
it.
now.
And a win.
Are you unconscious in the water or are you awake?
No, but you know, if it goes poorly for me, I will.
I'm gonna go help Riken out of the water again.
I mean, no,
Alright.
I'm actually doing okay as far as health goes.
You don't have to roll for that. You just take the help action.
Oh yeah, do I take the help action then I jump?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also jumping
All
to
right,
go
so
into the
once
house.
again, you're coming to the surface and you see the damn elf that you mocked picking around yanks you out of the water.
Now I owe you 1.
That still only counts as 1.
While you jump to the safety of the land of Grenda's lair in the front door.
Perfect. I'm gonna open the door and say, "Everybody, come on!" Oh, wait.
I forget.
I hear Tesla.
I forget exactly how stabilized works.
You mean you stay at 0 when
You roll a
unconscious?
d4, and
Right,
then,
but does it? Do you keep the same amount of
Yes.
fails and?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, you just stop.
Yeah. Okay.
You stopped a cane.
Basically, that's it.
But you can still lose if you get hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're still in the unconscious state. That's rough.
All right.
Or you could grab somebody and dash.
You stand like a hero.
Or stand like a hero.
I'm not
Yes.
number 4, but
3,
Yeah.
4, Luthok.
Luthok. Yeah.
I succeeded.
Oh, wasn't a 20. We need that 20. Where was the 20 at, man?
Really?
That makes it turn 5.
really important you got that 20, bro.
Yeah, I didn't make. Yeah, so I am a turn. I succeeded. And the turn.
4, 5. Right.
Oh no.
This is big.
Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pressure is on. This is big.
This is like who dies, who lives.
Save
You know what? Whatever decision you make, I'll forgive
I'll
you.
talk to him.
Do you know what?
Whatever happens, don't worry.
I always said you'd stab me. I just didn't think it would be metaphysical.
If you attack
Metaphysical.
Thalen right now and throw him into the maw.
I like that. That's a good twist. That's a good twist. That's a
Spartan.
that's a game. That's a Game of Thrones thing there for sure.
Twisted! I betray all of you. You get a blaster.
I'm gonna be honest. I deleted that character. That is an innocent killed.
I don't know about that.
Are you
Gotta
trying
make
to
a
kill
decision.
yourself?
Oh,
No.
motherfuck.
You gotta make a decision, right, kid?
Alright.
Who lives and who dies? Who lives and who dies, Riken? I didn't make that call. I saved
Alright,
your
can I-
ass.
I'm gonna appeal to the DM here.
You
If
know, it's
I-
a great spell, mass healing word.
Oh,
That
that's
was a great
great
thing.
spell.
That was.
Clerics can do that, I believe. Everyone has
So if
that.
we had one of those here, probably better.
All right,
Well,
so-
we have a couple of players who might be wanting to think about their new characters.
so I'm appealing to the DM here. If I go to one of these two and like kind of scoop them up and drag them to the next thing, I'm gonna try and pitch one over to the next platform. But I'll probably fail considering my strength score.
Both of them or just one of them?
Just one. And can I still use a dash action because I have to drag them that far?
No, but I mean, it's only going to take like 10 feet of your movement because you're on a really short section of the plank of the bridge. So you can pick one up and attempt to throw them. Since they're both super heavy, it's going to be with disadvantage.
And I'll put them unconscious.
You're
into
gonna
the
need
water.
something like a 15-2 or something with disadvantage. Something. Yeah. Did you ever try to throw somebody? Not easy.
it's not
I'll
easy.
give you a DC 10 with disadvantage.
Oh.
That's doable.
I would give you, or you could take a
Minus
DC
one
15
strength.
without disadvantage. It basically comes out to the same thing.
I would take that.
A +5 or not.
Math is hard, man. That's entirely up to you. Holy fuck. I'm gonna die, so continue.
You're not gonna die. You're still
That's so
alive.
dramatic.
Yeah, you're gonna be unconscious on the safe platform where
Yeah.
someone can help you. All right. But if the heads attack them, they're really fun.
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually.
Okay, I go over to the Dragonborn. Put him in basically a rear naked and just start dragging him back.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attempt to just like chuck him over.
How are we taking this?
Disadvantage 10 or straight 15?
15 or a 10. Low numbers with more
I'm
dice.
gonna roll for the 15.
Okay.
Uh,
Athletics check, so. Nice.
With a -1, it's a 17.
With 17. So you grab him and you just turn as hard as you can, throwing him, his conscious body across this 5-foot span to the other side, and he just tumbles and slams into the onto like the porch, the landing area. The bridge connects. Okay.
All right, and then I'm gonna try and make the jump.
Okay.
So what happens is, as I fucking throw him, my momentum just takes me right into the water again.
So you land in the water.
Everybody.
Nice.
Ah! On the way down, I'm like,
Brilliant.
Splash. So, yeah, a Hydra
No, fuck that.
is gonna make 6 attacks.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it was.
It's gonna
Bring
be
it.
2 against each of you.
Fuck me.
So. First attack, we're gonna start with mouthing. So,
Yeah, fuck
first
her.
2,
This is a lot of NPC.
that's 1 hit. Ooh, she
With
really
advantage, man.
That
2
brings her-
times.
That brings her down to 5 hit
Yeah, I'm already
points.
dead.
Flashes on her.
If he critical ones, I hope that like it starts fighting itself, and the other
Next
attack gets
2
missed.
against Terrowyn. That's 1 miss and 1 hit. So you take 9 piercing damage from the Hydra.
He's not sleeping yet?
No.
Wow, is he really tired though?
He's looking pretty rough.
He's a toddler. Somebody need a
He
nap.
needs a nap.
It's nap time, Phelan.
Get
The
damn
damage.
close.
Oh my god, that's low. What's your AC?
What are you talking
Oh,
about? Me?
both of those miss.
Me?
Ooh, yeah, you.
You survived 1 hit.
Your
motherfucker!
AC is what, 16?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a miss. 15.
Fuck.
Well, here it is. Here's the hinge.
This is your last one. This is the last attack against
Well,
you
this
while
is
you're
the
down.
this is the kill if he hits. Oh god.
Yes.
Oh, that's 23 to hit.
Yeah, and it's two failed
Critical.
death saving throws.
So,
He's dead.
as
Did
it's
you
lashing out,
Yeah, he's
you
dead.
watch as one of them like dips into the water and kind of snakes its way up to the edge, clamps down, boom, on the lower half of his body, snapping the bridge underneath, and it yanks him down into the water as you watch Luthok disappear beneath the swamp.
What?
Oh my god.
And the music died down just the right time.
And it's quiet.
It's quiet.
So, I need you to make a save.
Me?
Yeah. You and Melfi.
You gotta get across the
She
bridge.
passes. Yep.
I passed. I have to roll a fucking 3 to fail.
All right. So you both pass, getting thrown to the other side. The Hydra, luckily, seeming to have snatched up a decent meal, just dives back down into the water, leaving you all to be. You watch as it disappears to lick its wounds.
Oh my god, I'm responsible for this.
All right.
No.
So what are you guys doing?
Going inside.
Climbing out of the damn water.
I want to see if there's signs of life in the water. I just want to. I want to find Luthog.
Well, of course there's life in the water. You just watch the Hydra plunge into it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of life in there.
She's trying to say she wants to find the Hydra.
I want to find Luthog.
You want to find him?
Yeah.
He's being eaten. We gotta find the Hydra.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find the Hydra. So what are you doing? Making a perception check to do what?
I want to find where the Hydra went.
It went into the water. You watched it go.
Well,
right in front
like
of
you know, if it's swimming away or if it's still there,
Okay, make a perception check.
nomming away.
Nom nomming. Ooh, 20.
27.
Ooh, 20.
Tell me what the fuck it is.
You actually, luckily, see it disappear what looks like underneath Brenda's lair. You watch as the shadow, pretty near to the surface, just kind of goes underneath your feet and back into towards the lair.
No signs.
Where we're at?
Yeah.
The house?
Do you relay this information?
Yeah, I let them know. It looks like the Hydra's going inside, but I don't.
Well,
know
let's
about
not go
Luthog.
inside of the house then.
Don't
From
know
up on
about Luthog.
From up on the bridge, I start yanking her up.
Yeah, whoever's in the water, we start
Out
collecting.
of the water, girl.
No. Where's Luthog?
Out
Let's
of the
search
water,
more.
girl.
I'm gonna plunge my hand into the water and try to see if I can look where he went underneath the house.
Some murky ass water.
Sure. Go ahead. Make a perception check.
10.
It's super murky. The water's dark, and it's been kicked up with mud and such as with all the fighting.
Right. I'm doing a perception check. I want to see if I see any water creatures.
Does anybody want to maybe stabilize the dying paladin? So
Sure,
I want to pull everybody out of the water, and I will stabilize.
I
Alvarez.
actually use a medicine kit on him.
I would like to fail my death saving throw real quick.
That's what I was getting at. I'm about to make you just roll. No, he uses his medicine kit to stabilize you.
Yeah, so I pull her out of the water.
No.
I go over to the
Refusing.
Dragonborn and then start
Refusing.
patching him up, stabilize.
I am refusing.
And I'm taking the ready action with my
then,
bow.
Well, then I get frustrated. I'm like, all right, stay in the water then. I walk over to him. I start pulling out bandages and putting pressure on the bleed,
Putting the white stuff on the red stuff.
putting the white stuff on the red stuff.
Mhm.
I'm all red.
He's
Yeah,
all
I'm a
red.
red dragon.
Well, we're putting a lot of white stuff on you then.
So yeah, that happens. You're stabilized.
I take the ready action with my bow just in case that thing comes back out.
I'm contemplating the weight of my decision.
Listen, we shouldn't have survivor's guilt.
Yeah, so as you all sit, drained, physically, dying, some of you half drowned, and bruised and broken from being thrown around and battered by this hydra.
Yeah, I'm totally using prestidigitation. to clean out
Malphne
those
walks up
wounds.
to the door, the hag's door, and with a solid strike with her warhammer, busts the lock open and the door swings open to the inside.
Like how crumbling is this place? Like it's gonna come down any second.
I don't know. Every once in a while, a piece of it comes down.
All right, we need to take what shelter we can. So I
Elin.
say that and I just start dragging the dragonborn inside.
We're not just gonna let him drown in the water. We need to find his body.
Oh, he's not drowning. He's dead.
He's dead. He
Well,
died.
We need to find his body.
That hydra ate him.
Did you see
Already.
It's gone. Elin, we need to get inside. Take cover, please.
I'm gonna gently grasp her shoulders as I look at her. Elin,
No.
he's a friend of mine, a friend that I held dear. As much as it pains me to say this, he died protecting us. Let's not that be in vain. We need to move. Please. We can't stop.
You just notice she's just shaking.
And I kind of put my arm
And
around
then
her
she
back,
just walks, and then she just walks in.
and then I walk after.
I'll be the last one through the door.
Bar the doors if you can.
I do a perception check for a chunk of wood to bar the door.
Okay.
I mean,
Whatever that would do.
Probably
Two.
the door. It's gone.
There you go.
Buy us a
Nothing
few
nearby.
seconds.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're good enough.
So,
Just gonna hold
Upon-
the crinkly glass.
upon
over
walking through the door, you see a wide circular room with a dual rounded staircase that leads up to a landing, it seems. The walls are molded, decrepit, and a strange, dense, damp smell is kind of wisping across the air. It's into your noses, almost like it's assaulting your senses purposely. The old wooden boards squeak under and creak underneath each step from your heavy boots, water dripping down onto the floor. The room is cold. Simple lanterns at the top of the staircase landing dimly light the room, casting shadows off the banisters, making them seem as though they might be almost welcoming you to continue moving forward. The room itself is fairly plain, except for the intricately carved fey creatures that decorate the banisters. The fey carvings seem as though they are running playfully up the stairs towards the top of the landing. And then you hear the sound of bats come from above you. You look up to see the bending and straining rafters above your heads, and you hear the gentle slide of more of the roof and building collapse outside. And you hear it slam into the water.
Do we just keep going? We have no real choice.
There's no way we can continue on. Are you going to drag the dragon?
Do we just wait?
What else can we do?
What else can we do?
Do we have any healing? Anything?
No.
And Lynn,
I look at Lynn.
Lynn, do you have any magic left?
I do.
Can you heal the dragonborn?
Yeah, I'm just going over with
It
prestidigitation.
only takes an hour to stabilize.
Yeah, I'm just going over with
Which you already
prestidigitation, just like clearing out his wounds. Like
Okay.
we're in some dirty ass water.
Do you have anything? Could you heal off areas? Because if we can get him up and moving, we can continue on.
Go up to him, bonk him with the, I'm kind of looking down.
Mhm.
Still not in the mood. Bonk him in the head for cure wounds, level 1. 8 plus 4.
Ah! Wake up!
The way she did it, though.
Yeah. you don't know she did it. Everybody else does.
I'm not even looking, I just go.
So you suddenly jolt to consciousness. Your body's still racked with pain. You're wet, uncomfortable.
Ease up, buddy. I'm cleaning your wounds as we speak.
We got in.
At a cost.
Most of us did, yeah.
Who do we lose?
Luthok.
He got dragged down with the beast.
Yeah, we both fell in that last assault.
I had a choice to make. So now we're here.
Thank you, Riken.
Yeah.
Thank you. What stands out?
Yeah, you notice all the attributes at the room that I already described.
What up? How long have been out? What have we found?
Seconds, friend. Less than a minute.
Really?
We have no idea what awaits us inside.
All right. Malphony, where do you think your brother'd be?
I'm not really sure. Anywhere. I've never been here before. This is a different layer. She always moved. I have no idea. But I'm sure he has to be inside here.
How long do you expect this place will stand? I kind of asked the group.
I have no idea.
Not long enough.
Could be minutes, could be hours. Either way, it's best not to tarry. Who knows what other kind of magical traps or things that she's laid for people who'd come through. I'm sure she wouldn't just give this place up easily upon death.
All right, let's take at least an hour to just regroup a little.
I don't know if we have time.
Look, I'm still bleeding. You're still bleeding.
And I point at this can crumble in seconds.
If it crumbles in seconds, we're not going to make it either way.
From what you can tell, looking around the inside, it doesn't look like there's been any damage on the interior of the building. It just looks old.
Look, most of us can't move forward. Not like this. We need to pack our wounds, stop the bleeding. Just take a little minute, an hour.
Fine. You guys taking a short rest?
Yeah.
Sure
Spend your
are.
hit dice.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Buffy will spend hers as well. She's going to spend all of hers.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same fucking thing, actually. We don't benefit from a fucking short rest, motherfucker.
Not bad.
What the fuck is my dice?
Cards are at 20.
Very cool.
25. Okay, cool. Remember, you gain half of these back on your next long rest.
Oh, and
Rounded down.
you guys gain a benefit of an additional hit dice because I'm doing the Song of Rest.
Okay.
So you gain an additional 1d6 to your health.
Oh,
1d6.
1d6.
Oh.
Yeah, it's specifically 1d6.
Wow. I got there then.
Oh, it's d8.
That greater healing potion was much appreciated. by the way. You saved my life, so
8 times.
I want you to know that's
7.
why I grabbed you.
10.
Thank you, Ryzen.
I owe you.
16.
So we just did a short rest, right?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was a short rest.
Nope.
Well, not a full short rest.
She's talking about getting things back.
Right, just
Yeah,
just a
okay,
short rest
yeah.
for healing. That's all.
Plus a d6. I have 1 hit die left. Plus a 6 somehow.
Which I messed up, but what's 2 spells? I can remember not to do that. I never have used my curse today yet, though. So not that loud. It makes me critical on 19s. Hey.
What are you gonna fight?
I don't know. Hopefully nothing.
You can critical the door, I guess, if you want.
Yeah. Curse the door.
I curse the door and I attack it.
Curse you, large door.
So,
Oh man.
alright.
So.
Yeah.
I stand up after the hour. Let's head up. Yeah.
Let's exploring. Maybe there's an off chance we find the fucking Hydra and maybe Luthog's body.
I don't want to find that thing again. And that body, it's gone, friend. You saw how big it was.
Still going to keep hope.
Okay, do what you need to.
It is nature's way.
To lose
It is acceptable for you to mourn your friend.
and to lose hope is to
But creatures
fear.
such as hydras aren't creatures that hold on to bodies.
Well, we should
It's nature's way. The predator ate the prey.
How about you just stop talking? Thank you.
There's nothing to be said. You're letting your human come out again.
And I'm happy because at least I have emotions. So shut up while we continue, please and thank you.
Very well.
we should look up. Check the floors going up first.
I agree.
I don't know if there's a basement, but it would be underwater.
Maybe. This place was run by a hag after all.
Lynn said the beast went underneath, so there might be some sort of system in lower.
Do you really want to find it though?
No, I'm just saying it might be lower.
Okay, well let's start with up. If it's down, well, go down.
I'll go up to Malphine.
Okay.
Do you have anything that belongs to your brother?
No, I don't. I just have the letter that he sent me. That's it.
Take the letter. Well, may I take the letter?
I don't. What are you intending to do with it?
Smelling it.
Sure. So she pulls it out, lets you handle it.
Wild shape to my wolf. I want to see if there's any traces of anything that might be the scent. Because, like skin or blood or sweat.
Okay, that's fine. Make a perception check using smell.
So you get an advantage on that.
Yes.
You're a wolf.
Yep.
So if I recall, when you're in wild shape, it would be the physical attributes, but I still get my mental attributes,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Mhm.
So it's +7. Smooth.
She rolled a double one.
Oh no!
High dog.
To be fair, that it's probably covered in blood and sweat and horrible things.
Yeah, it has been in the water too.
Yeah. So as you
She has
attempt
nothing to
to identify a specific scent, really all you get is like a plethora of swamp smells and personal smells attached to Melanie herself. You don't smell anything specific or anything that it's the scent of blood and everybody else healing. Everything is just too much at the moment. It just overwhelms your senses.
I kind of look up at my wolf form,
Well,
and I look back at the group. Like you can tell, just like a sad puppy eyes.
Sad puppy eye, ears down,
Yeah.
tail goes down.
Yeah, we'll mourn for Luthok later, but come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Come on, dog.
Come on.
I move on.
yeah. I head upstairs.
When the ears stop being sad, they just go.
Super
So-
angry.
Okay.
So at the top of the stairs, the landing it's very wide and it's fairly deep, about 15 feet. It's enclosed by 3 walls with no visible doors. The center wall has a very large mirror which covers the entirety of the wall, from ceiling to floor, from edge to edge. There isn't anything particularly ornate about its construction, and it lacks any kind of designs of any form.
I use my smell.
Yeah, you go up to the mirror.
What do I see?
You see a reflection of yourself in the room and everybody else.
So I stand next to him, and then I just kind of, I summon just a regular looking longsword, or a regular longsword, and I just kind of tap the mirror, just ting, ting, ting.
And it's glass.
Thinking the walls are hollow. As I go around to the walls and I start just banging on them.
Yeah, I mean, you bang on them. Doesn't sound like they're hollow. They sound like they're rotted out. Sounds like a normal house.
Well, a moldy one. Moldy house.
Moldy house.
I walk up to the mirror,
Hmm?
flip my cane over, and I bash the mirror in to see if it will break.
Okay, yeah, you hit it, and it doesn't break, but it's a solid hit.
All right, I put a bare palm on it, kind of press.
Not the horse.
No, not yet.
So as you touch it, it ripples like liquid. And as it does such, the reflection completely changes, and it shows not the room that you're in, but another room. And the room seems to be a short hallway with a large metallic door at the end. And you see that you all still look exactly the same, but it also shows you and copies of yourselves in the room as well.
I kind of like with the mirror image, try and like go towards the door, and I just sniff the door. Well, it's hard to sniff the door if it's a reflection, but I try to paw. Like, you know, when you're looking at a mirror reflection, like if I see that, I try to step back and try and go towards it.
Yeah,
Try to
okay.
paw.
Yeah. So you go over there and you watch your reflection go right over there and you touch it, the door.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, nothing happens. You just touch the door.
But what about me?
Yeah, you're imitating it, so you're walking. As you're walking away from the mirror, it's going towards the door.
What is she touching on this side of the mirror, though?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Well, I was
Just
thinking
air?
because I'm on 4 paws and I'm just like this.
Seeing that, I smile and I say, "Lynn, you're a genius." And I walk over and I attempt using the mirror to open the door that's there.
Woof woof, barka barka.
Yeah.
So as you walk forward, you see that your reflection goes up to the door and like touches the door, but you notice that there's a large padlock on the door in the shape of a human skull.
Shit. I reach in and pull out. I reach out and pull out my disguise kit. And I pull out 2 needles that I normally use to sew thread, and I would like to attempt to see if the illusion does the same thing, the reflection. Shit.
As you pull out that on your side, nothing appears on the other side.
Poke my own hand.
Your character starts poking, making the same motions, but doesn't have anything on it.
I put those away. And I just
Your
go,
reflection scratches its head.
fuck it. And I walk up to the mirror and I like try to push my hand through it. Or is it fully solid?
No, your hand goes right through it.
I put my head in.
It's stops you. It lets you get your hand and your body almost all the way through, but then you feel this force, this magical force that basically is barring you from going any further.
Is my illusion doing the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's from what you can see, but your face is right next to the fucking mirror, so you can't really see much.
I start pushing him.
It's not gonna work. Stop it. So I pull out those two pins, and I reach back in and put them in my palm, and attempt to give them to myself.
Ooh. Doesn't work. Your reflection's still standing by the door.
Oh, it didn't move.
Drop it on the floor.
Yeah, I'm kind of and toss them in, and I back up.
So you let go. You don't hear anything. You also don't see him on the floor in the room.
I've been doing a lot of stuff. I'll let someone else go. If anyone else has anything else.
What is it that we retrieved from the hag?
Ash and a necklace.
Who has the necklace?
Oh, so I have the necklace. As I reach into my little pouch, soggy and wet, and I pull out the necklace, which I never really got an opportunity to investigate or really look at.
It looks like a necklace made of just various animal bones, vermin bones. It has a kind of a hempish rope feel to it with
simple thread.
Yeah, simple thread.
This was the only thing I pulled out of the ash. That wasn't destroyed.
Let me look at it.
Yeah, I toss it.
I want to look at it, and then I want to look in the mirror at the skull thing and see if there's any sort of a slot that might fit something on the necklace.
Taking a look at it, no. You don't see anything where it's meant or designed to be that way. It's definitely space for what looks like a key to be turned, but nothing that matches what's on the necklace.
Does the necklace show up in the reflection? No.
No.
Okay. I don't think this is going to affect it.
What if we put it on? Will it have an effect?
I toss it to you. By all means, put it on.
It's very suffering already. I toss it on.
So as you put it on, the mirror ripples again, and you see what looks like a large dark room, which looks like it's some form of laboratory. It's lit with hanging lanterns on the walls, and there's a large cauldron with skeletal hands sitting on a table in the center of the room with a bunch of different glass tubes dripping a variety of colored substances into it. You can see that there's piles of scrolls and books laying all about the floor and on ramshackle shelves kind of sparsed across the walls. There's various vials and jars sit among them with different kinds of colored liquids, body parts, and small creatures. And there are two especially large glass vats on the furthest wall from you, filled with some yellowish substance. You also see that there are several cages hanging from the ceiling. There are dead inhabitants' withered carcasses still inside, except for one, which seems to hold the decrepit, malnourished-looking dwarf.
Malphne, I found your brother.
So she kind of runs up and starts looking at the mirror, and she starts banging on it, trying to shout at him, and it doesn't seem to have any effect.
I'm going to come up and grab her shoulder. That's not going to work.
Thank you. I approach the mirror, or the doorway now.
Okay.
I attempt to walk in. The more I do this, the more there's a little voice in my head going, "Don't do it! It's a trap!" And I'm like, "You're right,
Go
But I'm going to do it anyway.
but I'm gonna do it anyway."
You're like Thanos, dude, but what did it cost?
Everything.
Everything. Worth it.
Reality's often disappointing.
Sasha Bear, no. That's me. That's me.
What?
That's my character right now.
Yeah, barking.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Barking at the dwarf. Ooh.
It's like, how does a mirror of disintegration work?
Yeah, yeah.
How does a mimic attack somebody when they're already inside of it?
Easily.
It's an auto hit. He swallows you whole. And there's 2 characters down tonight.
3. I try to save him.
Reach in! Take my hand!
So,
Oh, it took my hand.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Oh.
Bad mirror.
All right.
Open down me. Got no mirror. Bad mirror. Bad mirror.
I'm in suspense. He's quiet over there.
Throwing some daisy.
Everybody roll a dice. Roll initiative. Shit.
roll initiative.
Round 2. Fight.
Hydra bursts through the floor. Roll initiative.
I run. I'm done. I retire.
I retire.
I retire for sure.
Get out of here.
And I turned back and I said, burn this building down.
So I rip off a piece of cloth from my thing.
By the way, I will express how much it took me not to make a joke out of putting the necklace on. I wanted to rip it off and scream. Like, it's the first thought in my head. And I was like, I'm sad. Luthor's dead. I can't.
It's tough.
So, I mean, you walk up to it and try to go through, but it just doesn't let you through.
What, like, is it like a door? Is it like solid?
Does it do the
What do
rippling?
you mean it
more?
doesn't like let me go through? Like, what is preventing me from going through?
The mirror.
Magical force.
But like, do I see the mirror?
You see the mirror still on the wall, and then you see the room on the other side.
Is there anything further down, or is it just like a hallway full of mirrors?
There's no hallway. It's just a wall with a giant mirror.
Oh. Anything else in the room?
No, other than that, nothing else was described. Doors, rotted wood, smell of mold. I checked for hidden. I didn't roll, but I did look around for any hidden things on the wall. Really hidden. Anything behind them.
False walls.
False wall.
I'd like to pull out my scimitar and just, in rage, just swing at this mirror as hard as I can.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Oh, break the mirror. You're gonna kill my friends.
14 to hit.
It hits the mirror, makes solid contact. It doesn't ripple or anything, but it also doesn't break or shatter or anything either.
Maybe we gotta talk to it, like in the fairy tale.
The dwarf just tried that.
You know, we gotta talk to the mirror.
It's just like the previous room. There's perfect reflections of yourselves standing in that room.
Are there any keys or doors? Any other handles or anything in that room?
I don't know.
I'd like to make a perception check.
Okay. Go ahead.
Perception, I think that's 6. 22.
The 22.
22.
Yeah, between the 2 large vats, you notice that there's some sort of like lever mechanism there.
I would like to go pull it as my illusion. Or mirror. Of
As it
myself.
reflects itself.
My reflected self.
So
Get upside
you
down.
start walking away from the mirror. Your character starts walking towards it and gets right on top of the lever. And so your character grabs it, pulls, and yanks it down. And then you watch as the mirror vanishes.
I run in there.
Do that. Put it back.
I pull it forward in the same motion. I just don't move it. Just
Okay.
Does it come back?
No.
Do it again.
Nothing happens.
Do it
I
like
go through.
again.
Hey,
A
that's
couple
enough.
times.
That's my character.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping.
Go on.
Jumping.
Well, you'd have to go inside. Our reflections are obviously gone. He's just doing this in the air like
Yeah.
a weirdo.
Yeah, exactly.
I go into my form. I to jump up.
I go straight over to the cage.
Brr,
Put my.
cage.
Is
Oh,
there
the
a
mirror-
pad- is there-
I thought-
is there a
okay.
padlock on it?
Time out. Time out.
You're hanging from the ceiling.
Time
It's
out.
hanging from the
Holy
ceiling.
fuck.
We thought.
I thought the mirror was gone,
It
and
was
everything
just
past
wall.
that mirror is gone.
No.
I thought I fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm not okay.
I'm over here.
Holy
thinking,
fuck.
I walk into the room.
No, wait, holy shit! I saw my death by the hands of a fucking angry dwarf.
I walk into the room.
Yeah.
Is there a pulley somewhere to lower the cage?
Yeah.
So I go over to it and I start cranking him down.
Okay.
Well, you see the wolf just like.
So it comes down. Yeah, it has a simple lock on it.
Yeah,
Just old
I just
rusted.
put my hand on it and Elder Splash just boom,
Shatters it.
fly open the door and then I just step aside from Elfney to let her in.
So she just dashes straight forward and grabs this dwarf out and pulls him forward and just holds onto him and begins sobbing. And
Is he wounded or just
and-
malnourished?
he looks like he's on death's door, and he seems to just be muttering stuff to himself. Nonsensical dwarvish.
I don't have anything to help him at this time. We should just get out of here.
I'm pointing with my nose. I'm pointing. We should leave.
I would like to look around the laboratory.
Oh.
I mean, is there any other doors or anything?
I don't know. Make a check.
Oh, shit, I don't know. Fucking 13.
You don't see any doors.
Hmm.
All the walls are filled with just random hag garbage.
While she's with her brother, I walk over to the cauldron.
Hmm?
Is there anything in it?
It's just this thick-looking, grotesque liquid.
It's the start of a dwarf soup.
Does it smell like? Terrible. Yeah.
Like rotting flesh and all the bad things of the world.
I don't do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you
It
sure?
could be good.
This is literally a level up. Yeah.
It's a level up
Cauldron,
cauldron.
and you don't know what it
That's
is.
what it is. So I,
Get on my level, bro.
it's got a ladle or something inside. Nothing. Anything around on a table or something.
Oh, I mean, there's a bunch of books and stuff and random crap sitting on the table that it's occupying.
Yeah.
Candles and stuff.
Want a Tupperware for later?
No.
Or just a
Get a
simple
Tupperware.
flask?
I just pull out a
You
flask.
can't find any lids though.
I just realized how
Reach into my
excited
bag,
tell our artist about
pull out
this.
a flask,
Okay.
kind of dip it carefully not to touch it,
Uh-huh.
and then prestidigitation the other side so it cleans off all the liquid.
Uh-huh.
Set it down, cork it, back ends inside the robes where it's safe.
Okay.
Just one flask, and
Just gonna keep that level up liquid for later.
I exit the mirror and I look down the hallway. I want to see if
I go with her.
hallway. You go out to the mirror and you land on the. You're on the landing.
Yeah.
Well, I want to look back where we came from.
Okay.
Oh, down like in the
Yeah.
bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to hear, use my puppy ears,
Uh-huh.
and check if there's anything
Okay.
coming through. Better. 18.
Okay. You hear the bats in the rafters. By the sound of just
Gone
bugs
forever.
and bugs
It's gone
and
forever.
mosquitoes outside.
Okay.
That's it,
So
though.
I'm just sitting there, just keeping watch.
What are the rest of you doing?
I go with her.
Okay.
I'd like to help this man, whatever he does.
You sure are. You sure are going to help me on this one.
Mhm.
I'm going to search the desks and the tabletops for any paperwork or notes. I'm
Okay.
looking for logistics or maybe similar carrier orders or anything.
Okay.
Anything to do with the wild hunt or the tower.
I would also specifically, since I'm helping, look for the name.
Well, if you're helping him, you don't get to specifically look for nothing.
Yeah, if I'm helping, can't I like?
Mm-mm.
Well, okay, I
You
think we
help
should
him
also
with
look
what
for
he's
the
looking
thing.
for.
LeFay?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
I'll
gonna
look for
ask
this.
this man to look for something specifically.
You can already, like, you look for that name, I'll look for this crap.
Here, take my dice.
Roll with advantage, good
Yeah,
shot.
make an investigation check.
You needed it.
I'm basically a cop, so.
Plus nothing.
No, it's actually a -1.
Not
It's
a seven.
I should be
It's a
arrested.
7. You probably should be.
Yeah.
You're right. But you're not.
I'm not. Beat me to
So,
it.
Most of the books and like ledgers that you find as you're kind of like tearing through this table and going through it is like just ramblings written by Grenda about like magic and just other weird shit she was into. Most of it's just completely nonsensical, and some of it is even in like partially in languages that you don't even understand. There seem to be some recipes for how to make people taste better, but you do find that there are a couple of sheets with contents relating to like ritual transformation, residual arcane energies, and a study of like the history of the region, and specifically a story about the witches who were executed here. But you do find a rather large book on the table that's bound with like blood-stained white cloth. Ooh. And as you kind of open it and start flicking through it, it more or less details all of her work in recreating the Flesh Rot curse. And there also seems to be, when you open it, a really large, strange-looking key made of finger bones.
The key. Strange key.
We needed a key before, didn't we?
We did. I'll grab the key.
Okay.
Alright. I wait for all of them. Are you guys leaving the room?
And that book, the research how to make the golems, I collect that as well.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Everyone else out of the room?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna do one one final sweep of the room, just kind of looking at if there's anything that's catches my eye. General.
You gotta be more specific than that, man. What are you looking for?
You're looking for loot?
There's a lot of weird stuff in the room that just catches your eye, but what are you looking for?
So
like there's weird
jets,
animals and shit and twisted creatures and finger parts in jars.
werewolves.
I mean, you're picking up. What are you looking for?
Fuck, I guess I'm gonna flip for fucking. I'm gonna look for. Actually, I'm gonna investigate the fucking. Because he investigated the desk. I'm gonna look for any like hidden compartments and shit in the desk.
In the desk?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Fuck. 7. Dude, 19.
No, I mean it's not a desk. It's just a table. But like, I mean, you take a look at it, hit the floor under it, try to like tap it, look for anything that seems out of place, but don't find anything.
Since we're investigating, while they were doing all that, I want to investigate any of the bookshelves to see if there's like a false door or something, false panel behind them.
Okay.
Hey, that puts me at a 27.
Okay, so
Oh wait, hold on.
you go over and start like checking them and hitting
24,
them
sorry,
and
my
like
bad.
tearing off books and like just throwing scrolls and random paperwork off in there. And then in one of them you do. You hear a as you hit it.
Oh yeah, I create a dagger and just like at what I assume is the seam and start wrenching it open.
Oh, yeah. So you pop off the panel, and with the limited lighting kind of coming in, it looks exactly like the hallway that you guys saw in the reflection.
Okay, so, but it's like behind this thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I reach in and I just yank on the.
So you hear Riken just start tearing the shelving down and pulling these panels out.
Yeah.
Right? No. Yeah, I see what he's doing. I went over there and
Oh yeah, so I step back and just start Eldritch blasting, just. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah, so you just tear it up. It explodes. There's like nothing left, except for this hallway on the other side now.
I was going to help you, but I think that did fantastically.
I yell after these two.
After you.
There's going to be a trap.
I found something.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely hear the commotion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
I pull out my cane and I
Wanna keep
my cane and I kind of smile lightly and start tapping my cane out in front of me like Luthok did with the giant stick,
Okay.
trying to make sure there's no like traps.
Are you gonna make?
Yes,
check?
I'm gonna roll for the
Thank
fucking
you.
traps. Thank you.
You know, I'm pretty good at investigating.
You know what? I'm not.
You're right. It's almost like you guys are a party, and you should do what your party the rules allow you to do
9.
instead of domineering the table. It's only funny because we just discussed this earlier today.
I'm retiring after this. I know they're done. Done. Just leave. But yeah, 10. 9.
10.
9. Sorry, 9. I failed.
9.
I can't count.
So you kind of like examine just like the near inside of the hallway, because the hallway only seems to be about 5 feet wide and about 10 feet high to the ceiling. You kind of just tap sections with your cane. You don't trigger anything. You don't see any traps, any tripwires. Nothing seems out of place.
It looks clear, kind of. I think it's clear. Should be fine.
Fantastic. Go ahead then.
Key?
Yep, here you go.
Necklace still on. I walk to where the fucking head is. Put the key in. If I make it there.
Stand guard.
Yeah, we're back.
So as you start getting closer,
You hear me say,
the hallway begins to like stretch, not in appearance but physically. You start to see the walls split and crack and tear as the hallway kind of starts splitting into different pieces, leaving only 3 small sections of the flooring balanced precariously on bits of like columns of earth in the center of the room.
Wow. I wish I could fly right now.
And then looking, as you kind of got to that point and you look over the edge, you can see that there's just a massive pit filled with large metal spikes caked with dried blood at the bottom.
Sure is.
By this time, I'm probably back with the group. I hear the rumbling, and I look over at it. And I want to do like a perception on it to see how wide the gap is.
How wide the gap is.
How wide the gap is, yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be 23.
Yeah, it's about maybe 7.5 foot space between each platform.
So all together, though.
Altogether, well, that would be what, 7, 14, 16,
21.
17. Each platform is probably only big enough for one person, so like 5 feet. So we'll just round it to 5. So 5, 10, 15 plus 7 times 3.
21.
So
40 feet.
40 feet.
Okay.
I,
Let me see if I can make a sweet ass jump.
One long jump.
One sweet ass jump. Okay.
pull out.
Now remember, you guys are all occupying a hallway that's 5 feet wide
Yeah.
by 10 feet tall.
I pull out.
So you're all, it's only wide enough for you guys to stand in line, but not actually stand.
And there's a. Sorry, I missed. It just went right over my head. How far is the jump to each platform?
7.
By
feet?
7 feet.
Okay.
I pull out 100 feet of hemp rope.
3 jumps, 7 feet. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that.
I begin wrapping my lower torso, going through my undercarriage and wrapping around my chest of my rope, and
And how much do you wrap in slack?
about fucking 10 feet of it or so.
10 feet?
10 feet around myself to kind of give it like
The
a
spikes
sturdy
seem like they're about 15 feet.
down.
Mm-hmm. So
Give myself a couple extra moves, and then I toss the 100 feet back to these guys. Got rope.
I don't know. The elf there looks pretty fleet of foot. We should probably let him make these jumps. I know you're just super great at everything, but
Actually, this one I think I'm better at him than this.
So-
This is one of the few times, like, yeah,
all
I
right.
might be. We'll see. We'll see what he says.
well, this is a good question, just who has a higher dex mod.
What's your dex
Yeah.
mod?
Who's best for the job?
What's your dex mod 4? What's your acrobatics total?
7.
Then yeah, you should go.
I had a sneaky suspicion that the monk had the better fucking stats for this, with his 45 feet of movement speed.
What are you looking at, buddy?
Jump.
Jump
What, a
is
standing jump or a running
Oh no,
jump?
running jump.
running
It's,
jump.
it's based off your
It's based on your strength. Yeah. A long jump is your strength score plus.
Yeah, you have to run 10 feet.
Yeah, it's your strength score.
10 feet,
You can jump your strength score.
and then your strength score can be long jumped. So
You have to get a 10-foot head start, then you
Yeah.
you run your strength score.
Yeah.
I think it's different
To be
actually.
fair, that's basically.
I think a
really
standing
fucking
jump
good.
is your score. I think a running is something else. Running is
I want
the
to
main
see if I
thing.
can use my dex on it. Is what I'm aiming.
No.
No, you can't. I think you have to use your strength.
You can just do like dex checks to make jumps. That's what Andy has planned.
Long jump.
Can
When
I
you
have
make a
a
long
score?
jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet
Hmm.
immediately
score.
before the jump. The problem is the second jump or maybe the third jump.
Yeah, because
And maintaining your balance and shit. Yeah.
When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance. Either way, each foot you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement.
Yeah. Okay. So now, we're really missing the orc right now.
Yeah, I unhook. I like undo the ropes on me, and I just start wrapping and tightening them around him.
Right.
And I just kind of go, done this before, you'll be fine. Maybe.
Make the first jump.
Yeah. I have I tap Luthok. Here, hold the rope just in case.
Yeah, there is no Luthok.
Luthok's dead. Luthok's dead.
I saved the
What'd you roll?
dragon more.
11.
11? Yep. Yeah, so you run forward, jump, hit it. You can feel it kind of crack underneath you. You can feel that this is not meant to handle a lot. But, I mean, you make it just fine.
Okay. Next jump.
Why is it dead? They have a key.
Worse. 9.
That's true. Nobody handed them the key.
Yeah, he just started running.
Yeah, you just started running.
You tied me off. I was good to go. 9.
Oh, yeah, you miss.
Fuck!
You hit it. Like, you come in, and, part of it just breaks underneath your foot, and you just scramble to grab on and get nothing as your fingers just go straight through the dirt column, and you just get snapped back by the rope around your waist, and you hit the first column behind you.
Oh yeah, we're all holding on to that. That was implied.
As we pull him up, I go towards the edge. I said, "You guys got this?"
Yeah.
Cool. I let go.
Well, by the time they pull me back up onto the first thing, I'm going to stand up.
And it's about
With
7.
like a dust.
It's 7 feet from me to him.
Eyeing it, sure. Maybe give or take a foot or two.
Shall
You don't have a measuring tape.
I pull out the key? You're gonna need this.
Throw it, throw it, throw it.
I just assumed you guys were just going to throw it to him, but that's, I wouldn't have risked that either.
Throw it, throw it.
I pull out from my bag a little bit of string.
I walk up. You're fucking genius.
Throw it.
I tie it on. How much string you got?
It's 10 foot of string.
Shit.
I don't know. It's
It's
string.
all yours.
It doesn't matter.
Do you know if you have 100 feet of string, we just don't have to give it to him now and he dies. We can try again.
It's a 10 foot length of string, so I just hand it to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You tie it to it, it's fine. It's attached to the key.
It's just wrap it around your finger and then toss the thing.
What type of knot? So sleight of hands check.
Well, I assume you guys pulled him all the way back to you.
Yeah, because he hit that, so he's back up. So I'm like,
Ready to go
I
again.
stuff it right in his jacket. Please don't die. I don't want
Yeah.
to get this.
Please don't die.
We go back to doing this again.
If you fail 3 times, it's my turn.
Worse.
Do better.
So,
That's
We're
an 8
looking-
now.
We're looking for better.
so, as you run and you jump, you land on it, and you guys can feel it shift underneath the weight of you, and you guys can see large patches of this small, very minute amount of earth that's holding this column together start falling and dripping and hitting. You can hear it hitting the spikes.
Jump again.
And we're going to take a break. So we're going to take a quick 15-minute break, and then we're going to be right back to see what happens with his terrible roll. Yay! So, don't forget to drop us a follow if you enjoy what's been happening so far. We just suffered a character death tonight.
We did.
We suffered a character death
I made
tonight.
a big choice
The
here.
Yeah.
poor old Luthok, the half-orc barbarian, is dead. So, yeah,
Holy shit.
that's weighing on people. He's
Oh
dead.
my
He's
God.
gone.
Damn.
I gotta give Alex
Do you know what?
a hug.
Do you know what? Do you know there's a slight
I owe him dinner.
vindictive part of me outside of the game that's kind of happy because I get to go to our artist tomorrow because I'm pretty sure he works and be like, hey, you're the character you started and put a lot of work into. Yeah, he died.
Throw that away.
Start over.
So
But-
finish it so we have something to remember him by.
Don't forget, you can join us on Discord, continue the conversation. You can find us on Twitter. You can find all of our social media links down below in the social media section. Don't forget to drop us a follow so you can keep up to date with all of our silly shenanigans. And help us get to that 500 follower for the giveaway for our limited edition core rulebook set. You know.
Matthew Coleman, 100 bits.
What?
Matthew Coleman, give us 100 bits. We got a
Matt-
donation of
Matt Foreman.
Foreman.
Matt Foreman.
Thank you,
Matt
Matt
Foreman.
Foreman.
Thank you for the donation. in the
Oh,
bro.
nice.
We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you.
You're allowed on camera.
Yeah, I know. It's like
You're not like Sean.
You just,
I
you
was
just died.
maintaining
This is
the
our half orc,
illusion.
by the way, who died.
We're
Yeah.
at a 15-minute break, so I mean, our half orc should step in and show his face to the people who are kind of hopping in.
Why? Why?
I don't know. Maybe there's new
Because
people in the
that's
chat who
so
want to
rare.
see our dead friend.
Yeah, we're never going to see you again.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you're Hydra poo.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm
He
dead.
died earlier.
He died earlier.
Yeah, he's currently
I
in 8
died.
pieces.
Super
By
died.
Hydra.
I owe you dinner, friend.
You owe me dinner?
I owe you dinner, friend.
I don't know what for.
But
sure.
that being said, we're going to take a quick 15-minute intermission, and we're going to be right back to it. So hang out, or go
Allowing that
take
to
a quick
happen,
break,
I
step
suppose.
away from the screen if you're watching us. If you're listening, yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man. But, take a break. Get a snack. Do something.
We are.
Go on.
Clearly tonight, because he's murdering us all.
Thanks, guys. Especially the blue guy.
Especially the blue guy.
Oh, man. We're all a little bit blue because the accent lights are blue. But you're wearing a blue shirt. So
I'm very blue, yeah.
look at all three of you, Superman fans.
It's because we're super.
Oh my God.
We
yeah.
ridiculous.
That
We
is
are
ridiculous.
We are pretty great.
There's one
Well, I'm
thing-
sorry we didn't let you guys know that we were coordinating Superman today. But
Yeah, you should have. I would have thrown something.
yeah,
I
my
would
bad.
have, though.
My bad, guys. I didn't realize.
There's one thing in common, though. The Superman lives.
I mean,
Actually, I think
Luzok
you're starving.
from the Ether, are you wearing a
Look at
Superman
you.
shirt?
No, he's.
Nope.
No, I'm not. I'm wearing a swaggy legendary action tee.
Oh,
Swagalicious!
fancy.
Supporting the brand.
I'm wearing.
You can't really see you.
Under
You
Armour.
can not buy those in any store anywhere. They are not on sale
Yes.
for a very permanent amount of time.
Indefinite, definite.
Yeah.
Definite.
But
So definitely not definitely gonna get
welcome
one.
back.
Oh my God.
Amanda's back. So you land on it, and then again you fall.
And it crumbles underneath me.
That doesn't crumble.
Oh, it doesn't crumble?
It
Okay.
doesn't crumble. It falls. You fall once again, being yanked back by the rope.
Slapping into that wall again.
Yep.
Oh, that's gotta feel good.
You
This time you get a.
you okay down there?
Pull me up.
Take 3.
Take 3.
Dibs on 4.
You have dibs on 4.
Got it.
Lafana, please help me with this. That's better. It's still not above a 10, but that's a 16.
Yeah. Okay. So you make it. Now the next one.
On to the next. Oh, okay, there you go. Lathana's with me. That's 24.
All right. Yeah, you jump just fine. Once again.
One more, right?
Uno más.
One more.
Uno más.
14.
14. Yeah, you make it across.
I'm
And with
going
each,
to do.
with each jump, you can feel the earth kind of shifting underneath you, and bits of it fall off like rocks, and you can see there's like roots and some other stuff that are hanging off the bottom of the boards. Every once in a while, a board just shifts off, and you can hear it clink against the spikes below.
Okay, I'm going to do a perception check for this little chunk of the room that's left. Just seeing if there's any sort of like pressure plates on the floor or anything like that.
Okay.
That's 21.
Looking around, you don't see anything out of place.
Oh, is that a play?
Just the large, almost. The door seems to be made of, for sure, metal. It's got like this deep bronze hue and it's rusted along the edges and hinges of the doors.
Yeah, I'm just going to go up to the door, put the key in the lock.
All right. So as you kind of come forward with the key, the jaw opens, the human skull, and you can see the space for the key to go in. As you put it in, it just clamps down on it, snaps shut,
Yeah. Whoa, that's not normal.
and the doors begin to open out towards you. And as they open, you see about a dozen small candles kind of just light up magically in the room. It's a very small room, but it's also kind of dark, filled with shadows, just barely lit by the candles. Most of them are in wall sconces. Some of them are kind of scattered about on random tables. But you can see that the room is filled with stacks of gold and gems that are covered in webs. And you can see spiders just crawling all about them. And then as you kind of look around all the gold and everything in this small chamber, you can see that in like a macabre sense of humor, there looks to be like several mummified remains that are just been thrown in the room at some point.
Just like tossed on top of the gold sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see that they're intermixed with the treasure and with their personal belongings. There are several dust-covered potion bottles and mundane objects also scattered amongst the gold.
Turn back around. It appears to be a treasure room. There's lots of things in here. Shiny bits.
Is there a way to disable this, whatever's happening?
You didn't find anything when you looked at the perception. You didn't see any obvious handles or anything when you made your check.
Oh, that's right. No!
Perfect.
Is there a way to notch the rope to use it to cross?
The rope was 50 feet?
100 feet.
100 feet.
I brought a fucking rope.
Do you really want to shimmy across the rope?
We can try.
I mean, I'm not particularly strong.
Here, here. Do you want me to pick up anything?
Oh, wait.
I have no use for gold.
Lynn.
I'm not there.
What?
She's standing watch way back. She's outside watching.
You're not that far away. You're like,
Was
you're
the
like
rope
15
tied to
feet
you
away.
for an anchor?
Or
is it just loose? Yeah.
It would
Huh?
have just been
I'm
loose.
with Malfoy and her
Alright.
brother. Just keep watch.
Yeah, so you're even closer then.
Yeah, you're like right
Because
there.
she's still in the room with her brother. We're near the cage, trying to nurse him, like help him get out of whatever funk he's in. Trying to calm him.
Lynn.
Either way, what are you guys doing?
Fuck, I'm gonna ask Lynn for the goddamn the backpack.
So, actually, I reach into my bag and I pull out the fancy box with the empty bag inside, open it up, tie it to one end of the rope, along with my own bag, and then just, here, toss that over to him.
Can I grab it? Can I give it a good twirl? Like a really good twirl.
Yeah.
He's got a lasso.
That lasso. And I throw my weight into it.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
That's great. It's great. Of course it's great.
Very good fucking paladin.
Yeah.
What to say? He
You're
went
next
from
on
dying to he's
You're next
great.
on the list.
Yeah.
What?
It's a 16.
The 16? Yeah, I mean, it goes sailing across, lands on the other side.
Fill what you can.
There's gold, there's gems, there's potions. What do you want?
The bodies.
Yeah, I mean, you can
There's
see...
bodies too.
You can
Yes,
see-
mummified corpses.
Yeah, you can see weapons, armor...
Weapons, armors, anything
all
you
kinds
could
of
want.
equipment.
We can get weapons and armor with gold and gems.
Golden gems it is. I go back in there and I'm gonna take another perception inside of the room.
Okay.
Yet again looking for like any sort of triggers or traps or anything like that, or and I also want to add on like looking at the mummified corpses, seeing if maybe they had like stepped on something to like kill them when they walked in the
Sure.
room.
Looking for traps. Gotcha.
Woo! 26.
You don't see any traps. Nothing.
No traps, no
No
nothing.
holes in the ceilings, no spots. You don't see any spaces for blades or any kind of pit traps underneath your feet. The room is
Well, it's
pretty
a-
small. It's probably
here.
only about 10 feet.
Here comes the real exciting one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do an investigation check to like look at the potions. I'm curious as to what kind of potions are on the table.
Oh.
Or is that a medicine check?
No, it's isn't it, or no.
Here comes that.
It depends. Do you assume that they're magical or not? Because that would be an Arcana check.
No, it's more of just like, oh, I wonder if this is like, beneficial sort of a thing, as opposed to, is it magical?
Well, I mean, they're not labeled, so
Would it be on our? I guess it would be an Arcana check because like health
Yeah.
potions have that thing to them.
They have a magical proponent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'll do.
most
You want to do Arcana?
Most potions.
It's going to be awful either which way. 'Cause it's an intelligence check.
The thing is that I just want to know. It's like, are you just trying to discern what
What's in them?
what their capabilities or what they are just by looking, or are you actually going to taste them and see what it is? Because that's how you check potions. You taste them, and normally just a small taste is enough to tell you what each potion is capable of doing.
Do that.
Okay.
What do you want me? What do you want from me here?
Well, if you're gonna just check them, then that's fine. You can just say, I'm gonna go check the potions. I don't need to check. You don't need to check.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check the potions and see see what they taste like.
So you kind of walk over to them, the few nearest to you, and you just kind of get the cobwebs off of them, smack the spiders away.
Get off these spiders. What?
You you grab the first one. There's two of them that look very similar to each other, and you kind of give it a taste, and it's most definitely a potion of greater healing.
Oh, okay.
Two of them.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna do it all prim and proper too. I'm gonna like dip my pinky in there.
Okay.
Wine with swine.
Yeah.
Swirl.
I'm gonna swirl it. Make sure it's got good stems in it.
The next potion that you grab seems to be a potion of water breathing.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, Hail Hydra. There it is. The other potion seems to be a potion of heroism. And then there's kind of digging through some of the rucksacks and stuff left by the dead adventurers. You find 3 more regular potions of healing.
Okay.
And
yeah, I'm gonna stuff all the potions into the bag.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go for gems first. See how many gems I can stuff into this puppy. And then after that, I'll go to gold. While I'm doing this, I also want to look for a spear or a longbow.
There is a... You don't see a longbow or a spear, but you do see a heavy crossbow.
A heavy crossbow.
Useless. With about 10 bolts that seem to have some sort of magical incantation etched into them.
To the bolts? I holler back at the group. There appears to be a crossbow with some sort of magical properties attached to the arrows. Bolts.
Magic is valuable.
I take the bolts.
Okay.
And then I guess I'm going to do an investigation on the rest of the weapons to see if there's anyone else that might be magical in nature.
Okay.
Can we make that investigation? Whew, that's a screaming 5.
10. Screaming 5?
Yeah.
Looking over them. Oh, wait, you know what? There is a short bow in there. I just saw that. So there is a short bow in there. There's also what looks like about 3 daggers and 15 arrows.
I'm going to take the
rusted
arrows.
Swords.
Definitely taking the arrows. I'm taking the arrows. You don't get the arrows.
There's what looks like padded leather, padded armor. Also seems to be a set of breastplate armor, along with everything that you need. There's also a bunch of junk that you find too, like a large board with a bunch of different like bugs pinned into it. Looks like a box filled with like dried newts, and you're just kind of going through this junk as well. It's been her junk.
Yeah.
It's been tossed in here.
Mm-hmm.
Night on hoarders.
Aside from that, like most of it, a lot of the stuff is kind of packed in towards like the back. So you have to kind of like dig through to get a really good look at it. From where you're standing, you can't see anything that seems magical.
Okay. Well, so what's piled up in front of this stuff? Is it the gold?
Just really a bunch
Just
of junk.
gems?
Well, the gold isn't really enough to be considered a pile.
Okay.
Just kind of, it's all in like stacks and on these like tables, these wood tables that are kind of blocking you from getting really any further in there.
Okay.
Most of it seems to be junk, but this is all that you can see like intermixed with it is most of this.
Can I shimmy past the tables?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to shimmy past the tables, and I'm going to like start picking up these weird newts. I want to look at the newts and just be like, well, that doesn't seem right. Throw
Yeah.
it. Just kind of sift through the random bugs and newts and stuff until I get to like what's behind it.
Okay, so as you're like digging through it, yeah, there's like a whole bunch of stuff back there. You
And that,
It
as
looks
far
like
as what
there's-
you guys see, you
pick
just
up-
see like random bits of wood that are just
There's
come flying out of
something
that.
that stands out.
Bugs, frogs,
There's a few
salamanders.
things that stand out to you right away. One of them is there's just like this silver necklace with this really fine green gemstone embedded into it.
Ooh, that's pretty.
That seems to have some sort of a magical incantation to it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna put it on.
okay. There's also seems to be this string, this very just normal looking string that seems to have this like reddish cube that's attached to the end of it that also seems to get off kind of like a magical nature as well.
Yeah, listen.
And he just as a heads up, he gave you the little tiny bag too.
He gave me the tiny bag and his bag.
Yeah.
I want to say I put all the potions in his bag because that would have taken up a lot of space. And then the little bag, I put all the gold.
Mhm.
And
Well, did you take all the gold?
Yeah.
Like all of it?
well, I mean, if we can fit it, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I mean, yeah, the potions go into his bag and he runs out of space.
Yeah.
But the bag, the smaller bag, is a bag of holding, so you're just dropping shit in there. And it's just.
Oh yeah, as I'm doing that, I just start looking at it like, what the? Like reach my hand in there, and I'm like,
Yay!
Yeah.
We don't have to identify it now.
Stop putting fucking
I turn back and I holler, and I go, this little bag is not normal.
We'll fill it up.
everything in it, weapons, armor, fill it.
Fill it up. Everything's not normal.
The gold, the gems, the little fancy knickknacks, and those are the only two little bits that I found there in the back end. Anything else that
You
might
also
be
find
worth
this,
a dime?
what looks to be this diamond, this large diamond.
Ooh.
And as you look into it, it almost gives like a yellowish like hue that kind of just goes with it as you're rocking it in your hand.
Ooh.
And there seems to be another piece of like maybe granite or something just on the inside, just embedded inside the diamond. I mean, just grabbing it right away, you can sense that it's magical.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, definitely that goes into the little bag too.
Yeah, so you get about 4,000 gold pieces,
Okay.
800 silver pieces, 180 copper pieces.
Fancy diamond thing. Don't forget that.
Then you get a star rose quartz that's worth about 50 GP. A nice onyx worth about 50 GP, and a zircon that's worth about 25 GP.
You can just hear that pen over there scratching. He's counting them. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000.
It's saluting we go.
So
it's
you already
saluting
grabbed the crossbow bolts.
Yep.
Which are +1. So there's 10 +1 crossbow bolts. You grab the heavy crossbow. You're throwing everything in there as far as I'm concerned.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if I can
Heavy
fit.
crossbow, padded armor. You grab this javelin that's kind of hidden in the corner that seems to be etched with lightning that runs all along the shaft.
Ooh.
Then you got the silver necklace, the potion of water breathing. There's also this interesting like glass circle, like this fits in your hand. You recognize it as a drift globe, so you grab that and throw that in there. Nice. So you get the short bow, the daggers, 3 daggers, 15 arrows, the potion of heroism. You also find this very fine, like laced in like black set of gloves. So you grab those and throw them in there. Then you find this. There's along with a lot of the junk in there. You also find this book that's labeled. Looking at it, it says Shimrick's Book of Laws. So it's a magic item. So once per day, any player who uses the book may make an int history check regarding any law in the land with advantage.
Oh.
And then you find, more importantly though, you find this very heavy bound live room with like set with bronze plates and like dark banding straps. And on the front it says Arcane Live Room of Kali. But as you
What
attempt
language
to,
is that in?
in common.
Okay.
As you attempt to like pry it open though, it seems to be magically sealed.
Fair enough. I can barely read as it is.
Mm-hmm. And that covers it. As you're like leaving, you suddenly see this object like animate in the corner, and it just takes off down the hallway and just zooms past you, and you guys see this object just come flying past you, and it goes straight out of the room, and it's just like flying around above you guys in the room, you, Malphne, and you hear this thing and you pick up on it in your ears. And then as you're kind of looking around, it comes down to you, and it just kind of like taps you and nudges you, and it seems to be a flying broom.
Oh, neat.
Of course, it would go to the girl. Because she's a witch.
Oh.
I kind of pat it.
You pat it with your paw.
Mm.
Good broom.
It seems kind of responsive. It just kind of sticks near you, and lands.
You got a friend.
Aww.
You got a friend.
You got a friend.
You got a friend. Okay, yeah. I come back out of the room.
No.
How does the bag of holding work again? Do I carry the full weight on that?
No, it's weightless.
It's weightless?
Yeah, that's the good
Oh,
thing
The
about
only
it.
thing
That's
it weighs
good.
is the amount of weight the cloth weighs.
So
I take the rope, I tie off the little bag of holding.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do the same thing that I saw Thyrus go. I'm like,
Though if you tear it, everything that's in it spills out and it's destroyed.
there are spikes below.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah, what do you care? Material things mean nothing.
Yeah, he's like, man, this is nothing to me.
I tell you, it's really not important. I like the shiny necklace. I got it on, so it's fine.
I love it.
19 on that
Yeah,
sleight of
you
hand
just
check.
fine. Goes over there.
I'm gonna
My
shoulder.
bad, please. Of course. Thank you.
I'm gonna shoulder Riken's backpack.
Potions.
Tie off. I'm gonna take.
Yeah, I've got the other end of the rope. How about you hold this?
I'm so busy. Yeah, I grab it.
Yeah.
I say, I throw the other bag, but it's full of potions. Those break.
Throw the other bag. Hold on onto the rope.
I give Alfarius a funny look.
Ah.
I don't know. I'm gonna jump.
You're good today.
Do it right though.
Okay.
You
Well-
fudging mic'd it.
Yeah, you did. You liked it.
You mic'd it again.
Woo! That's an 11.
Alright. Now you make the first jump again.
That's better than an 11.
Math is
14.
14. Yeah, math is hard.
Math is
So
hard.
once again, you jump
20.
20. Yeah. So you jump, make it again, and then what happens? You're just
I get back
outside.
across, untie the rope, unsling the backpack, toss it at Riken. I kept the shiny necklace, and I show it to you guys.
It's the silver necklace with the
With the
green.
yeah, with,
gem.
with the pretty green, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Brings out your eyes. Does it bring out your eyes?
It does bring out my eyes.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Dreamy, extra dreamy now.
Extra dreamy.
Fucking owls.
Let's get out of here.
This feels light. Where's all this shit? Why is this bag empty?
What bag?
That hold up.
The little bag?
Yeah, it looks empty.
I grab it and I stick my hand in there.
Oh.
I pull out the big shiny gem. I
That's
told you there's
awesome.
something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with this bag. I don't know what it does, but
That's
You'd
fantastic.
be familiar with the bag of holding.
okay,
For
there you go.
sure.
It's a bag of
As
holding.
an elf, for sure.
Okay,
That's
It's
fantastic.
a bag of holding.
You're
That's
familiar with
fantastic.
most magic as well. Realistic.
That's fantastic. Put that back, and then give me my bag.
You're like, watch this.
Want to see a magic trick?
Watch just disappear. I'm gonna roll a performance check on that.
The cat's just have
That's
no
bad.
bag
It's a
of
bad
goblins.
performance. It's one of the worst performances you've ever seen.
So I'm just pawing at the broom,
Mm.
and then I kind of bring it down. So it's not hovering above.
Okay.
And I kind of look at it,
She bites it.
She gets on
and I
it.
kind of look at
Bites it.
Malky and her brother, and I kind of look back at it, and I just bark, and then I just use my paw to like slightly put my hand up on the broom.
Okay.
I know they can't understand me, but
You're right, they can't.
I try to look at them like like a dog. Really look at them. Look at the broom. Look at them. Look at the broom.
They don't know what you're saying.
Hopefully they
Well, I
understand.
mean, we
like
see the floating broom.
it's a floating broom. Come on,
Mhm.
like your brother's injured. In my mind, mentally, I'm just like, get him.
Get a fucking
Awesome.
broom.
Sounds like you say woof woof, stare stare.
Woof woof, stare stare. Shall we leave?
What about downstairs?
What about it?
We have her brother. You guys got your treasure. Why are we still here?
We don't know how to get out of here.
Because of the way that
That's
we
better.
left.
It's because we don't know how to get out of here. Because the dock is destroyed.
Let us
So
go.
I walk over to the broom and I kind of push down on it. Does it resist much?
You mean resist? Like, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
It looks like this flies.
It's a magic broom. We could take it one at a time. Stay out of the swamp. Get back to the dock, where the man is waiting for us, hopefully.
Depends how big the lake is, because we could put the injured brother on the broom, and we could all go for a slight swim.
I'm not getting in this swamp. There's just as foul of things as a hydra inside that water. Have you ever seen a dire crocodile before?
We're also on a time frame, considering the dock man may be leaving shortly.
And that's why I'm setting somebody fly over there and say we're on our way, and then
Or
send the broom back.
Send someone with the broom to him, and he can bring the barge to us.
Correct.
Can you do that? Can I make a check? See if you can do that? Is it?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Fight the broom.
I just want to. Where we're at, is it accessible by the barge from where he is? Can
Well,
you
if
get
it flies in the air, should be able to get
Probably.
there.
the
No,
barge?
we're talking about if the barge can
I want-
make it
Oh.
to your house.
Is that a investigation, history, perception?
Well, it depends. Is what you're surveying within sight?
You have to
History
get a
check.
little window. Get a little window. Oh!
Not good.
With a history, I actually don't know. It is.
It's a 0.
It's quite high, actually.
He's a bod.
It's quite high. It's quite high.
Well, history is an intelligence. Is
There's going to be 4.
4?
4. I rolled a 1.
I mean, you don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. The swamp is huge.
Sounds like a good idea to me. So who's riding the broom?
Bark towards Malky and her brother.
They both can't ride it.
Yeah, a little small for 2 passengers.
I look at the broom. Can I ride you?
I don't think it speaks. It's made of wood.
Clearly, there's not many people here who have experience with such magical things.
No, this is pretty fantastical.
Very well. I will ride the broom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I Harry Potter that puppy. I just stick it through my off I go.
Okay.
Right out the door. Like a fucking rocket.
So as you mount it and get on it, it slips out from underneath you and lets you fall on your ass.
It's a slippery devil.
And
This
it goes
thing
right
can-
back to the lid.
I look at the
it
dog
wants you.
Clearly has a favorite.
and I poke her in the forehead. Change back. You need to ride it.
No way. You're gonna scratch her behind the ears. Like this.
Yeah, you get poked in the face and then you're like, ah, got you.
Yeah, we
You
scratched her
didn't find
behind
a
the ears.
comfy spot.
Well, if he's scratching behind the ears, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna scratch the butt, right at the base. Just I'm gonna really start
the
working.
back of the tail.
Yeah, just like get that dog bounce. Like, oh yeah, do that
I
one.
don't like it. But then I look back at the brother, and I put my head, just like a concerned dog, I put my head towards Malfi and her brother.
If you want him to survive, Lynn, you have to change back and go get the raft. There's no way that he can balance on that with him being in his current state.
Plus, it doesn't want him on it. It wants you.
It does have a favorite, it seems. The broom's taking a real liking to you.
I suddenly lick the brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I lick Malfi.
Okay.
And then I transform back. I reach into my pockets. I grab my berries.
Your pockets.
Like it's my rations.
It's so precious.
And I give the food to them both. I give like 4 days rations to them.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
So I have a lot of rations with me.
Okay.
They're like berries and fruits.
They take them.
And then I look at the broom. No
berries?
no berries for you. Then I look at the broom. Ah! Look.
It's already flying.
No, I'm trying to think Harry Potter.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Does it come up?
It's already up. It's already flying.
She wants it to shoot into her hand.
Just like Harry Potter!
I'm already idling!
What do you want me to do? I don't know what to do. I can't pull over any further.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey. Hi, brother.
Yeah.
Hi, sweet Karma.
So,
Yeah, I want. Ah!
okay, so it flies over to you and comes to your hand.
Alright.
I'll get the door for
To
you.
the raft. To the raft.
Well, the front door is already busted open, so it doesn't matter.
Front door is wide open.
Good.
All right.
And then Sir Reginald comes up from the broom and he's on the top.
Oh, he's taking the mask.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Draws his little pointy sword. Onwards!
And then, please be safe.
Hopefully you won't be gone long.
I will find the raft man.
If we die in the next half an hour, we've earned it.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's fucking legit.
And I zoom up like Kiki's delivery service style.
Okay. And then what? Just go find the barge?
Go find the barrage.
The barrage.
The barrage. The barrage of barges.
Alright, yeah, so the broom just takes off in just a dashing dart of direct speed, and you fly out, and it goes straight up into the air with you on it, and drops you. I'm just kidding.
60 feet of fall damage. Let me calculate that real quick.
No, so the wind starts whipping your hood back, and it comes off of your head, and it's all the bear skin is just kind of flapping, and you're going up into the air, and you kind of hit this top space, and then you start coming down, and it goes straight over to the barge, where you see the old man is just like cowering behind all the crates and barrels that he has on top of him. Yeah, exactly.
You don't have a witch hat with you, do you? Because
No,
you
it
should
doesn't.
wear it.
You know what? With a wave of my hand, it can appear.
Not
You should have done that when she was flying
He also
out.
doesn't move.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
Cool, damn it.
and so you come down and like
I'm still hovering. I'm
Yeah,
not
just
getting
hovering.
up the broom. I'm like, you need to
so you
follow
startle
me.
him, and he's just like, oh, what is that?
Follow
What is
me.
that?
Come. Follow.
He's just
Me.
like, you can see he's squinting at you, and he's like struggling to identify exactly who you are. And I don't think I should do that.
No, listen. My name is Alin. You've seen me before. Whisper of Beast, friends of Reginald, party members, including with Team Exodus. They're trapped. There was a Hydra, but we need you to come on over here.
Okay. It's
Just
you'll
follow.
have to, lead the way. I'll try to make it. And so you had already untied most of the ropes anyway, so you get the last one. He pushes off and starts following you over there. After about 15 minutes or so, you guys see the barge out front.
And I'm just waving.
Oh, thank heavens.
Let's make our exit, yeah?
I walk over to
Done with
Melfney
this
and
fucking place.
do you need help carrying your brother?
No.
Go to the barge.
Okay.
Get on the
Oh.
barge.
I'm still on my broom.
That makes sense.
Yeah, just sit in the middle of the barge, cross-legged, and just kind of like try to close my eyes, relax as best I can.
I hover from above to make sure like there's no like hydra shadows in the water.
Oh, good. I will stay on the barge and also be hyper vigilant for anything.
I will pull out my bow and ready just in case.
Makes sense.
I'm just like try to sleep.
I will stay away from the edges.
We're back to back.
Yeah. So
Just lean right back up on me,
you
boys.
begin going into the making your way back to Fog Bottom. After about 2 hours or so, and you see the village show up in sight. And he pulls you up to the old dock and ties it off. You guys drag yourselves out of the barge, and
I'm comfy.
Malfsey grabs your brother, who's looking a little bit more stable, than he was before, and she makes her way over to the cunning fox and opens the door and goes inside.
Anyone still downstairs?
Did you get over with her?
Go back. I went with her. Anybody else? We're all going to the...
Oh, yeah.
We're all going
I
to
mean,
the
building.
fox.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
The main
This
building.
is the
Yeah.
city, though, or the town, or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
Fog Bottom.
yeah.
Foggy bottom.
So she makes for the basement right away, right?
Yeah, of course.
I follow behind her when she opens the doors. Are they all still down there?
Yeah, everybody's still there.
Alright.
And Dimble comes up real quick. Did everybody make it?
No. But we did. And the
Unfortunately,
job.
Is it Lynn dead?
No, I step aside.
I'm on my broom.
She's gonna live on that thing.
She's just going to fly around in the room.
if she stops for any moment longer than a couple seconds, I'm gonna wave my hand and make a witch hat appear.
Right.
Now I'm just
Well,
sitting
there's not
on
enough
it
room for you
sideways.
to take it into the basement.
The job's done. So I just tell her that, and then I head upstairs. Find one of the rooms that's clear.
Okay.
Turn over one of the beds so it's right. Prestidigitation to clean it off as best I can. Close the curtains and onto the bed.
Onto the bed. All right. Anyway, so Dimble comes up to you and he's like, "I'm really glad that you made it."
I wish we.
So he's
Good
like
all.
looking around. He's like, "I'm sorry to see that your friend didn't make it. That's terrible."
I know death should be natural, but it's just never easy. Especially when you get close to people. Like, it's uncomfortable. But at least the rest of us are good. We've got everything. The hag is dead. Grendel is dead. Well, I hope so. She kind of scattered. And one of them has her necklace.
I look down and go, fuck, I'm still wearing that.
Yeah, sure are.
But we should be able to, now that that's settled, we should be able to take better care of the. Fuck, what's the name of it?
Skin rot.
Skin rot?
Oh,
Skin rot disease.
What's the skin rot?
She's got a skin rot.
Yeah, of course. I was.
Sure.
Everybody here's been taken care of for the most part, and I have now kind of perfected the process of making your antidote, your better antidote.
It works better, right?
It absolutely does.
I want to hear you say it.
I said it does.
No, I want to hear you say it. Lynn, you did a great job. So proud of you.
Ellen, You did a great job, and I'm proud of you.
Okay.
And you're an asshole. How dare you make me say that?
You just see the party.
Don't take that. We got a broom now.
You can sweep the trash here right on out of here.
Well, either way, there are others in different places that we need to take care of. We need to make sure the medicine goes around.
No, absolutely, of course.
What's the plan for the people down below? Are we going to try to escort them out?
This is their town. Why would we leave them? Why would we take them with us?
I imagine they don't want to stay here.
If they want to travel with,
I look at the people and I say, "Do you want to stay in your homes?"
There's some discussion amongst themselves for a moment about between like the 13, 14 survivors, and eventually one of them kind of speaks up. This fairly well-built younger man, probably in his like mid-20s. Well, you said that Grenda's dead. Does that mean all the undead are gone as well?
I don't think so. We did not kill any
any reason
undead.
to come back.
I am no master of that.
I would like to roll a history check to see if there's any cases of something like this where skin rot, because the skin rots would brought them back, right? Or
That would be a history check too.
cool. We'll start there. I would like to roll a history
That'd
check.
probably be an Arcana check.
Oh,
Well, then I would like to roll an Arcana check to see if skin rot brings them back from death, or it's Grenda.
Well, you already know that skin rot brings people back to death. It kills you and then brings you back to death.
Okay, so skin rot does that. So with Grenda dead, skin rot's still around, which means there's still going to be undead around, right?
but they won't have any purpose.
That big tower with the nasty
Oh,
energy.
dude, also, okay, we'll cross this bridge in a moment. There's
They
probably
found
still
it.
going to be undead around. Just because Grenda's gone does not mean they are gone. Skin rot was the cause. She was the cause of the skin rot, but the skin rot is the cause of the undead. So as long as the skin rot is still around, they are going to be around.
And we killed that pesky sorcerer too. So they're gonna be leaderless.
Well, he was the one bringing them here, so I mean, if he's dead, then why would they come back?
Unless they wander into town, you gotta worry about.
I agree.
And then again, anything in that swamp can wander into town. So.
Yes, it's no different than daily life for the most part here. And I think we should probably stay.
Do what's best for you, little guy.
As is your
with,
right.
With Grenda dead and with us being cured and immune to the skin rot, then what do we have to fear?
Nothing that you already didn't fear before.
Just some extra undead here and there.
You are free to stay or go. If you decide to go, you can come with us when we leave. And at that point, I actually turn back to. I just drew blank on your name.
Why did
Lynn.
everyone do that with my name?
Because all I think of is the Whisperer of Beasts. Okay?
Yeah.
That's legit. That's the only thing I think of when I think of your
Reginald.
character. And it's Reginald, yeah.
The best.
Hey, Lynn,
Yes.
how soon do you think we can set out for Green Crest?
Well, I think, like most of us, we should probably take a moment to take a bit of a rest. Probably 8 hours rest. And
Just say a long rest.
Let's take a long rest.
but
I want to check the time when she says that. What time of day is it?
Been late in the afternoon.
Sun's getting real low, big guy.
But we should.
We should sleep through the night here. It's probably wise. The more dangerous things come at night, yes. And I look back at the young strapping lad.
Not necessarily.
Well, it does no harm to sleep anyways. Where?
Well,
At this point, I recognize Riken's not here, and I go, where did Riken go?
You hear some clanging upstairs while
Yeah.
moving shit around.
Yeah.
Is there another zombie upstairs?
Yeah, his name is
Basically,
Riken.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. Riken's a zombie?
No, but he took.
You see me draw my spear out?
No, but he's took a couple arrows in the legs, maybe one in the knee. He's been bitten, stabbed. He's been complaining about it for months now.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Man stubs his toe and it's the end of the world.
Something bit me.
Jumped up and bit me, Jenny. Very well.
Oh no.
But
Elin, how far is Greencrest?
I'm gonna do a history check to remember how long it took to get from Greencrest to here.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days walk.
I want to remember.
Do you remember?
You
I
don't?
don't remember.
It's a good thing the rest of the party
Yeah, we're
remembers.
distracted.
I
on the
think
trip.
it was like 2 weeks ago.
Very well. Well, let us rest through the night, and we'll start when the sun comes up in the morning.
We should probably take a moment for Luthog as well. I'm one for rituals, but I don't know if Lathana is. Well, Lathana is understanding with life and death, but because
It was nature what happened to her. I know that you heard, but a Hydra is just a beast. It must eat as well. Granted, that one was being kept as a pet, but we've done Lathana's will in freeing it from that evil hag.
Or was it with the evil hag?
Well, one can only assume.
What if it just saw a tasty meal?
It's still nature.
Still,
If you wish to honor your friend,
just a little something for Luthog.
I look over to the 2 party members that have been part of Exodus with Luthok for so many wonderful adventures.
Weeks. Months.
Whole months
Months.
of time.
And here you two are, just
It's been like 3 days.
5.
5
At the
days?
most.
About 5 days.
At the most.
Yeah. Not long in terms of the wood elf, so he was no friend of mine. He was special to you, I am sure. If you wish to honor him in any which way, I will be there for you.
It was good. I'm not going to honor his memory here in this dank place, though.
I look at Ilin. It would appear that the fellowship requires worship in a different way. Did you have something in mind?
Luthog was a worshipper of, just out of characters, Thurok, right?
Mhm.
Just want to make sure, because he was a worshipper of Thurok, one of the barbarian gods of war and things of that.
That Nork god?
Yes,
Okay.
the god of wars.
Hmm.
I don't know how he would want to be remembered besides someone who had strength in battle. I don't know if anyone else has more knowledge when it comes to the gods and their practices, but I was hoping to ask if someone might know.
I look at the paladin, the guy who worships gods.
I lean over.
Instead of, you're leaning into me, and then I look over to see Andy just like,
I'm the
and
guy.
I'm like, why am I being stared at?
I'm the guy, man. Don't you worry about it. We'll honor Luthog's memory when we get back to Greencrest. Do his memory right. Luthog was always about proving himself. And he died honorably in battle. And I know he didn't give a whole lot of shit about the whole honor part. But he always cared about strength. And there towards the end, I don't know. There was a weird look in his eyes. It's like he recognized that beast almost. Some things are just meant to be. I can tell everybody as I raise my voice in a small basement, or reasonably small basement.
Yeah.
I'm proud to say that Luthog fell by my side. That I had the honor to stand there beside him.
I am happy that in one of my mistakes, he didn't take my head for it. And from then, we made a friendship, odd as it may have been. I'm glad to have had a friend like him.
Do you wish to wait as well, Eileen?
They knew him longer than me. They probably know it better.
Then let us retire. I'm sure we are all weary. That was by far the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
Same here.
That's how they roll.
This is it.
This is
Welcome to our game.
There's been one more thing that's been plaguing my mind as of late.
Werewolves?
No, something immediate. The tower, on our way here, it did something. I don't know if anyone else noticed.
Yeah, everyone noticed. The light.
You know that.
Yeah.
But it's worrisome. The tower shot a green energy into the sky, and storms rolled through. I don't know what it means, but it's worrisome. I just wanted to express that.
Well, what worried me more were the minotaurs and the goblins and all of them marching towards the tower.
Whatever is happening in that tower, it's consolidating its strength. The sooner we can get to Greencrest, the sooner I can retrieve Miriella, and I can relay this message to my people in the Silver Realm.
But then heading back to Greencrest too, wasn't there somebody out to kill you guys?
Not immediately. And it's more after me. In my panic of having my past brought, I broke down. But no, the werewolf will be coming later. At some point when we're weakest. It has time, it will wait.
No. What that big bald guy said.
Oh no, we have to go kill whatever the fuck was in the water up there and bring it to him.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying we should probably head back to Greencrest with a little bit of caution.
Oh, they're not going to kill us as long as we don't attempt to run. He made that pretty clear. He told his men that they'd stay clear from us. We told them we would go hunting for whatever the hell killed his men.
Well, but the Greencrest soldiers were trying to kill us.
Someone in the militia, or not militia, the guard, yes.
Bet you it's that weird guy. Eladio. I don't seem comfortable with him. It's weird.
Probably. But either way, we should probably return to Greencrest and either go to the tower or go to the top of the mountain to find a lake where dead people are and find what killed them. Well, for shits and giggles, we go investigate a dragon.
Well, while you guys debate that, I'm going to go rest in the manner of my people. Wow. Take the stairs 3 at a time. I go into his room.
You would.
He's passed out super hard. I sit down. I find one of the like knocked over chairs. I flip it over, prop it up against the wall.
Don't fall in the water.
And I sit down. I sit down all meditative like, and take a trance.
I put out my sleeping bag and I make a cozy little spot in the underground place.
In the basement, he says.
Wants to sleep with all the smelly people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, well, they've definitely cleaned it out and everything since
Everybody's healed
they
now.
kind of assumed that you guys were. They hadn't seen any signs of the undead, so they cleaned out a lot of the basement for the most part.
Yeah, we are. Ow!
Gotcha.
Jumped out and bit you.
Jumped up and bit you, Jenny.
Bit me.
My broom bit me.
Right.
Charlie.
Great. Yeah, so you guys you're all gonna rest, right?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah, please.
Can we have a
So-
long rest, please?
Yes.
Please?
So Valis comes over to you.
Whoa, fuck.
Yeah, good. Let's just wait for all these guys.
Yeah, that's all I'm ready for,
Yeah.
too. And just comes over to you real quick. should take the time necessary to regain your strength. We'll head out first thing in the morning to go deal with Ildrex.
That's a good call. Feeling very drained.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Stupid drain.
I'm waiting for the word. I want to push this long rest button. Real bad.
Both Kakad and Zadar haven't improved much over the course of the last night. Ever since you've left.
So it's just gonna be me and you?
Just be the two of us.
Good.
Like I said, he shouldn't have no more than maybe 2 or 3 more men with him.
Should be no match for 2 of us.
Probably not. It shouldn't be. He's weakened, he's injured. His men are worn out. They're not familiar with the terrain any more than we are. But I have the advantage of knowing where he is.
Good. What color dragonborn were they?
I'm not sure which ones fled with him. It could be any
Really
number of
want to push that
dragonborn.
button. Real bad.
A dozen of them or so fled into the wild.
And you know what clan houses they were?
No.
We'll find that out tomorrow.
You'll see. Ildrex is a large dragon. Blue. Myself. He's a chipped horn. It's broken. And many scars from campaigns and fighting in the Mistesh wetlands. Just don't underestimate him.
Hildrex.
He was a centurion.
She was part of the Royal Guard.
Commander of the Royal Guard.
How did a traitor get that high up in the ranks and not get found out?
I don't know.
Should we bring him in for questioning?
The Emperor was very clear he's to be killed.
And by the Emperor's will, it'll be done.
As it will.
I lean back. Get some rest. I'll pray.
Bahamut will see it done.
And I go in my corner.
Alright. Long rest.
Oh, yeah!
Press that button!
Oh, my
Press that
God.
button, yo.
It's been so long. I haven't had my hit points in so long.
Yeah, it's funny because we go at that like 4 weeks or whatever with a lot of role playing sessions and everybody's like, I want combat. Whenever combat does come, I fucking
Wait,
drag you
you're
guys
pressing
through
the
the
button?
dirt.
So take long rest.
I'm
Confirm.
like, how long can I stretch
Okay.
their hit point pool?
Well, you did
And
pretty
the
damn
resources.
good here
You
today,
did a
there,
pretty
boss.
good job there, friend.
You're like, leg cross, uppercut, knee in the face.
That was pretty funny when you guys were crossing the bridge. Like, yeah, now there's a Hydra. It's like, go fuck yourself.
There was a lot of just kind of like,
I thought it was an alligator.
I shit
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say.
Well, I wanted to put that guys there. That's why I fucking did that whole thing with the thing hitting the barge and bringing up dire crocs over and over and over again.
Here, like it's.
I wanted you guys thinking of
scared.
everything except for a Hydra.
I wanted to hop in
Yeah.
and thank GT Karma for his subscription to the channel.
You need to
supporting
move
us.
forward.
And his wife
Need to
says
move
hello to
forward.
everybody.
Yeah.
I'm
Hi,
Luke Doc.
Crystal.
I died.
he did.
Yeah,
Hi,
he
Crystal.
died.
He did.
He did
Um,
Yeah.
It is
We-
going on.
We also got a raid over here
Oh, did
from Montravant.
Mantra.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey, cool. Thanks a lot, man.
we got Emery followed. Engineer Aaron followed. Not only that, he helped GT Karma navigate how to subscribe on mobile because it is not easy.
No,
so
it's not.
Yeah,
he's-
really not.
yeah,
It's really not.
he's our viewer of the day.
Yeah.
Engineer
Viewer of
Aaron
the
helping
day.
us out.
Winner. You, man.
Yeah.
Winning.
Yeah, and so he followed us, and then
Thanks for the follow.
Montravant followed, and then GT Karma followed,
Yeah.
and then Sui Karma followed.
Yeah.
And so GT Karma and
Yeah.
Sui Karma are,
Oh, yeah,
and so
I
so
love
we
you
got
for
them in the
your
chat.
joy.
But I just want, since it was like since there was a thing, I wanted to make sure to hop in and shout those guys out while they're still here.
Well, while
No,
we're
it's
sleeping.
fine. We're ending the session until next week here.
He's dead and still dominates the
Yeah, yeah.
What?
No way.
Why you up again?
Oh Can't shake down the chair,
I'm
guys.
sleeping next
Either
to my
way,
broom.
so that wraps up our game for this Friday. We'll catch you next Friday, and we'll be starting off with Alfarius' little solo adventure into the wilderness to track down that traitor Dragonborn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Get the traitor.
I promise it'll go good.
The Emperor.
This is tying back to a story that came into session in I believe episode 3 or 4.
Yeah. I didn't tell you guys.
You
That was
bastards!
super secret. I was
Yeah,
on the sly.
yeah,
They came in.
exactly.
See, you got your kill.
For
Hope you're
anybody who's
happy.
needing me to catch up, is that Dylan here plays a Dragonborn, and in his home empire, Republic of Emrath, they're currently in the midst of a civil war, pitting all the clans against one another in an attempted coup to overthrow the emperor.
Yeah, there's only like 50 clans too, so it's like we're kind of a tight knit community for the most part. So I'm interested to see which of my fellow clans, which side they're on.
Yeah.
It's fucking-
Well, you did find out your family was on the right side of it.
Yeah.
So that was a plus. Your family clan chose the right side of the conflict.
Well, I hope all my
Well,
family
yes.
did.
But what could this mean? What does this traitor have to say for himself? That's
Means
the real
there's
question.
means there's room for advancement now. That's what it means for me.
Yeah. I mean, if you had completely abandoned the path of being a countryman and left to be a paladin, now fully dedicated to Taylor.
Listen,
You're right, that could have been the
means
career.
paladins. All right, listen. Righteous fury. I am nothing but the will of the Bahamut.
Yeah.
Bahamut.
But that being said, yeah, thank you everybody who subscribed, thank you everybody who followed us.
Yeah,
tonight.
you guys
Thank
are
you very
great.
much for the raid. We appreciate it. We love you.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you back in here all the time, being dedicated. Don't forget to jump into our Discord. Don't forget to check out all of our social media links. Follow us on Twitter. The voice is interrupting me. If you follow my Twitter, DM Green of LA, I actually have been in the habit of slowly but surely kind of posting extra tidbits about the homebrewed setting that I have. So if you want to learn more about Dragonborn society, elves, the world, little factoids about the world, my Twitter is the place to go see it.
We'll take pictures.
They're all on there. I posted one the other day about, or last week about the details of the ritual that knights of Bravadus have to go through in order to be chosen as a paladin by one of the deities.
Wait. It's a Brovadus.
Bravadus.
Or Brovia.
No, Bravadus.
Ah.
It's capital city of Cornwall.
Brovia.
But either way, stuff like that. I post that stuff plus a bunch of other random stuff. But either way, don't forget don't forget to follow us. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Jump into our Discord, continue the conversation about Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer 40k, and all the other ridiculous shenanigans and dumb shit that we get into, like 3D printing, which is an expensive addiction
Addiction
for our
is good
player,
answer.
Alex.
GT Karma wants a printed house. So
How-
I told him we would get him like a tiny house.
A tiny hut
Like
of
a
sorts.
We'll give him a
house.
time.
I mean, we almost have like an extra house over at like Matt's
For
house.
a 3D printed house. Yeah, we can get you.
Look, these things, they don't need to know. They do.
Or we can get you a nice tall glass of nothing.
Yeah.
Nice talk, less stuff and bangs.
But
I
yeah,
want the high
that's
one.
fun. Some
Hail
low
Hydra.
highs,
Hail
some
Hydra.
lows.
We had our
Character death.
second character death.
Yeah.
And this is the first one that happened in combat.
Yeah.
This is our.
We appreciate everybody. We like it.
Crazy.
And don't forget to check
Can't
out
even see it.
the Meta Mike. Go over to his channel, send him a follow. He's a variety streamer. Plays a bunch of random crap on a regular basis. I'm glad he's not spending nearly as much time playing Rainbow Six.
I definitely.
I hit my goal left.
And then
You ate
2 weeks
Lufa.
from now, we'll be doing Ravnica.
He did.
Yes, we'll be playing
Yeah.
Ravnica one shot on our Friday in place of the regular Adventures in Terrowyn campaign.
Hosted by your wonderful bard. Ooh, how exciting.
We're screwed.
Oh,
We're
you have
all
no
screwed.
idea. It's going to be a wonderful story.
We're all gonna
Wonderful.
Didn't I tell you that a story is
Wonderfully
tell a
done.
great story? But yes, and Ravnica basically is a Magic the Gathering based world. So if you know anything about that, you kind of have an idea of the world. It takes place in a little dimension, and I'll talk more about it on social media and on the day of.
I'm gonna
But
be
more
a raging
importantly,
bitch.
I mean, how about that Borderlands 3 trailer?
Yeah.
It exists.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
So
excited.
excited.
I'm
So
really
excited.
so like I watched the trailer again and like I hope we can play because there's old characters reappearing.
Siren.
I hope you can play all the old characters too.
I
No.
don't think so. 4 new ones.
Nah, you got 4 new ones.
They do the same
They're gonna
thing they did with
cameo,
Borderlands
man.
2.
They're just gonna camo.
Well, because
You're gonna get cameos. They're
I-
gonna be giving you quests. And
I don't want to. Maybe a spoiler for anyone who hasn't played Borderlands 2. As a heads up, if you're a PC player, it's all super cheap right now on Steam. The Handsome Jack collection is $15, so you can
We're
play
gonna
all
play
the
it together,
with
right?
all
We're
the.
gonna play all the way through the high
You
def
might
remakes
actually
coming out
invest
next
in
month.
that.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
$14.81
and
after
Borderlands.
before tax, and you
Man.
get everything,
But I really,
including every single DLC.
but I really want that for the HD re-release of the first.
Oh, I'm still buying that. There's nothing
No.
preventing me from buying that.
Next
so.
month, I think April 3rd.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I've already made plans to replay
Which is
that.
basically
A couple
next
days.
week.
Mm-hmm.
April 3rd? Yeah.
And for anybody who doesn't keep up on social media or keep up with, just in general, like, I don't know what's wrong with you if you don't, but Avengers Endgame tickets go on sale on April 2nd.
We don't need competition.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, we don't need competition in the theater.
Oh, there is no competition because I buy my tickets basically the minute they go on sale.
Super excited.
And I only get screwed over by things like daylight savings, apparently, which affects ticket sales bought months in advance.
For years in a row.
Fuck you, Galaxy. You ruined my experience at Captain Marvel. Either way.
Gorgeous.
Some bitches.
And then the movie ruined everything else. So, it's just bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It was fucking terrible.
It wasn't
I don't want to hear
that
it. It was
bad.
fucking terrible.
It was fine. It was acceptable.
It's like Iron Man 2 level bad.
It was acceptable.
Oh, held up there. That's
I
a
don't
big
know, that's
hit.
right.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
that bad.
That's not that bad of a hit. I could have said Iron Man 3 level of bad. But either way, you want to argue with me about it, jumping into the Discord. I'm fully capable of telling you exactly how wrong you are. But, yeah, until next week, I hope that your week is just as legendary as ours, and we'll see you next Friday.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks again.